Guardian down.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Thanks for spending your time with us today. Welcome to episode 173 of Guardian Downcast, a Destiny podcast. Hey, if you love to play the game Destiny 2, you've come to the right place. We're a couple of gamer dads that have played Destiny since that day one release back in 2014, and we're just about as passionate today as we were back then. We discuss key topics and news within the game and community, and we not only seek the stories of Destiny content creators, but we're a podcast that gives a voice to the stories of our Destiny gamers out there. And in this game, it's all about community. We're the show that asks, is Telesto the besto? I had to do it. I'm your host, ToddtheGatr, and my co-host Hazel is here as well. How you been, man?
Doing okay. Work has been really gone crazy.
Uh-oh.
So, yeah, we had to do our reviews. So, that's always self-imprisoned hell.
Your annual reviews with
yeah,
everybody? Oh, okay.
Yep. Yeah, and it's we have to jump through so many hoops for our review.
Oh my God.
We have to talk about our core values and things like this.
Sorry. Trying to hold my.
Yeah.
What's your core values, Hazel?
It's a corporation, man.
I know. I've lived that corporate life.
This isn't a mom and pop joint
I know
that eliminates bugs.
I know. I know.
This is actual bank.
I know. Yeah. What are your core values, though? Let's get into it. No, I'm sorry.
Oh,
never mind.
Profanity.
All right. We're good.
Yeah, I can go into more detail later.
You've dealt with that already today. I won't put you through it. Hey,
what about you?
How's your week? It's been busy. I cannot believe it. I'm leaving this next Friday coming up for Utah. So, I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to spend a week in Utah. Hopefully I'll get some hiking in, and I'm looking forward to it. My wife, needs the time off. I mean, my God, she lives her job, and I know she hasn't had a vacation in a long time. So, with COVID and stuff. So
I thought you meant because she lives with you.
Well, she tells me every day is a vacation for me. So I don't know. We'll see. But, no, I'm looking forward to having fun. I got my thermal underwear that has mirrors inside. Did I tell you about that last week? Has mirrors inside supposedly. So you're supposed to increase your body warmth or something. I don't know. I got the best crap I could find in Florida because I went to the Columbia Outlet Mall or store and said, all right, I want fleece gloves. I want a fleece lined hat. I do not want to be cold. So
They saw you coming a mile away and they were like, we're going to cash in on this guy.
Yeah.
Tell him it has mirrors in the pants.
It does. I swear.
Did they say I can see did they say I can see myself in your pants too?
I don't know, but I might have a tan on my ass when I get back. I don't know. We'll find out, I guess. But yeah, it's been a busy week. Gosh, tons to do this next week, man. It's going to be crazy. But I hit 1,000 subscribers today on my YouTube channel. I was so pumped. I was actually at dinner when they let me know. YouTube texted me and let me know. I was at dinner with my parents. Today was my dad's birthday, and a happy Veterans Day. And thank you for your service, everyone out there who served. Absolutely. So thank you for that. Thank you for your service. But yeah, it's finally starting to wind down here, and now we get to do some podcasting. I'm excited, man, because this guy I don't really know a whole lot about. He's kind of a wild card. And when he expressed he wanted to be on the show, I'm like, all right, let's do it. So he's a fairly new member of our community. He's a Patreon supporter, and he's witnessed the abuse of feet pics in our Patreon channel as well. And now you can call out everyone who's guilty of it. But seriously, Hazel and I are very curious to hear his story. It's Technickal. How are you tonight, sir?
Good. Thanks for having me. Congrats on 1,000 subs. That's big.
Thank you, man. Yeah, let's see, I was about 200 subs in August. So yeah, 3 months maybe. I don't know. Math's hard, but yeah, I can't believe it, man. It's really great, gone crazy. I was actually I went to lunch with 30 and Still Gaming today. We talked about YouTube and how things are changing and stuff, but yeah, it's going to be fun times ahead, man. That's for sure. Well, here's what we have lined up on the show, everyone. First, we're going to interview Technickal here, discover his Destiny story. Then we're going to test his Twitch reflexes in our fast fire question and answer segment. Yeah, it's the speed run. Next, Hazel's going to go over this week at Bungie Telesto's week at Bungie for the 12th week of Season of Plunder. And then we're going to go through and answer your questions from our SpeakPipe and our Discord server. We have a topic of the week we're going to talk about, and we'll add some music as well. So let's get into it.
Thanks for listening to Guardian Downcast. You can find us on Twitter at Guardian_D_cast.
Or you can find us on Instagram at Guardian_Down_cast and see what picks our weekly guests want to share with you.
Or just visit our website at guardiandowncast.com for all the contact info and where else to find us. And you can also play any past episodes you like in any order you like, right from your browser.
Man, don't or me. Hey, Guardians, while you're at it, follow our Guardian Downcast show playlist on Spotify and iTunes. We post those links in our show description every week.
So check us out, and later, Guardian.
Toddles! Well, Technickal, let's start with this, man. Where do you hail from? Where are you living right now, and where are you from originally? Or are you live in the same area?
Yeah, so I'm still in the same area that I grew up in. I live in the Virginia part of the DC area.
Okay.
I'm right around DC, about maybe 20 miles south in Virginia.
Very cool.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I think I remember you and Hammer Crusher talking about that.
Yeah, he said he was down from Virginia Beach area down there, and I was like, yeah, that 95 getting down there is a pain in the ass, so I avoid Virginia Beach as much as possible.
Well, Technickal, what do you do, man? What do you do for a living?
So I'm a facilities engineer for a semiconductor company. The name is Micron. Some of you may know who it is. Some of you may not. For the PC gamers, if you have any parts in your computer that are called crucial, that's something that we make. So that's like RAM sticks and
really?
SSDs, and even the NVIDIA graphics cards use our chips.
Get employee discounts?
Fancy.
I may or may not.
Okay. Yeah, I'll talk to you later. That's all right. I'll talk to you later.
So,
all right.
Well, okay. Related question. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Mm-hmm.
Do you play on PC or console?
I play on PC.
I mean,
I made the switch. I made the switch about almost 3 years ago. I switched in the beginning of 2020 and haven't looked back since.
I bet.
No, wait a minute now. Are you mouse and keyboard or are you controller?
I am mouse and keyboard.
Oh boy.
Okay. It was so hard to get used to mouse and keyboard after playing controller on console for, I don't know, 20 years.
Yeah.
15 years. I don't know when, I probably started playing video games at 6 or 7 years old.
Yeah. So this old dog isn't learning that trick. I'm sticking with controller. Hell, I was watching Dr. Disrespect. He was playing on PS5 today on Call of Duty, and he seemed to be doing okay. But
I've been playing the new cut. From what I've seen and all the videos, it's almost better to play on controller in the new Call of Duty.
That's what he was doing, and I know he plays mouse and keyboard as well, but he was on controller, so I was like, okay. Oh, maybe there's, I don't know. He gave me the itch to play. But I'm not going for that one. I bought too many Call of Duties just to watch them sit there in my opening screen. Not gonna do it. Not gonna do it.
You know what? I wish they just released the campaign separately.
Yeah.
Yeah, like $30 or $20 or something.
I'd do that.
Yeah. I'd pay for that.
They'd probably sell a lot more.
Probably. Or, well, I mean, yeah. I used to play all the campaigns because the stories were decent, but they were really on rails. I don't know if they've opened up the world anymore, but every campaign I've played has always been on rails where they'll just sit there and wait for you. You can sit there and look around, and they're just going to sit there like dummies, and they won't leave you. They'll wait for you to get there.
Until you cross that invisible line.
Yeah, and then they run. Then they're all of a sudden they're springing into action, right?
Yep. Exactly. And they keep spawning until you cross another line.
Yeah.
So. Yeah. Awesome. Well, Technickal, moving on here. What is your earliest game moment, or one of them?
Yeah, so I spent some time thinking about this one because there's been a lot from when I was really young, and the one that I keep going back to is always GoldenEye. Oh, James Bond, 007. I don't know why that game, me and my brothers used to play it so much, and a little, funny thing that I used to do as a young kid, the sniper in the game, for some reason, as a young kid, I always used to call it a snipey wipey. I don't know why. That stuck with me forever. My brothers still make fun of me for it when we're playing games. They go, "Hey, you got that snipey wipey over there?"
That's awesome. I'm sure nobody's going to say that in the Discord.
Oh, it's coming. It's coming my way. I can see it.
Well, I have to ask because I'm looking at your avatar here and there is a female in it. Are you married? You have kids? You have a girlfriend?
Yeah, so I have I have a fiance.
Very nice.
And, it was gonna be my, something that the community doesn't know about me, but I'll come up with something else for that one.
Oh,
but,
okay.
We actually just got, engaged last week, so.
Very cool, man. Nice.
Congratulations.
We've been trying to celebrate, but work has been killing me recently.
A lot of hours.
Yeah, it's, pretty much every day weekend or week I'm working at least 6-8 hours. So
now, do you guys
weekdays?
Go ahead.
The weekdays, it's obviously I'm at 8 to 5, so I'm there 8 to 5 regardless. And last week on Wednesday, I was there till like 3 a.m. So I was, and then I was in the next day at 7. So
now, do you actually make chipsets like Intel and all those other companies? Or do you actually make the peripheral stuff?
We make like the backbone
Gotcha.
stuff, and then we ship out the wafers,
Gotcha.
we call them.
Right, I got you. Okay. Because, man, we need more of that in the United States. We're too dependent on foreign countries for our chips. I mean, well, that's another podcast, but anyway.
Well, one of the things that the site that I work at specifically, our focus is on automotive quality.
Okay.
So we produce very small volume, but we produce the kind of the biggest profit.
You're higher
because we're selling the stuff that's going in cars that, has to be extremely reliable, zero failures allowed, because obviously if you have a car that's got self-driving and the chip dies, well, all right, hopefully the guy's not sleeping.
Is that code for military vehicles or is that code for Teslas?
I think primarily it's like pedestrian type stuff. So we're doing stuff for I think Bosch might be the company, and they do a lot of chipsets for vehicles, for like all the sensors you have in your cars nowadays.
We got enough of them, that's for sure.
I think on average, 50% of the vehicles in the United States have like up to $600 worth of stuff we produce at the site I work at. So
that is so cool.
It's pretty cool it's pretty cool.
That's interesting, man.
Huh. That's awesome.
That is very cool. Well, I'll ask Hazel, how'd you find out about Destiny, man?
So I was a Halo player back on Xbox. Halo 3 was probably my favorite. That or Reach. I don't know which one I preferred more. I probably played more of Reach, but I always kind of followed Bungie, and when I saw they were coming out with the new game called Destiny, I was like, oh, that looks cool. I'll check it out. And at the time when the beta came out I think it was in 2014, I had just moved to college.
Early 2014.
So
yep.
Yeah. So I had just moved into college, and my roommate had an Xbox, and we were playing the beta, and I was like, oh, this is going to be dangerous. And so I didn't have an Xbox until probably my second year of college. When I went back, I took my Xbox with me and started playing. So I really played the beta, but I didn't actually join until Taken King.
Okay.
And my brother definitely helped me get into the game. He was a day one, player. He was the Forever 32 or whatever the phrase is.
Forever 29.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. He was that kind of player. So when I took the Xbox, he went out like the next week and bought another one. So he could keep playing.
Nice.
That's awesome.
I like it.
So, what are you doing in Destiny right now?
Wish I was doing something, but I've kind of been.
now.
But no, I haven't been really playing the past couple of weeks. Besides jumping on to do scrims and stuff like that. Kind of, it's mostly work related, but obviously we're getting in the point of the season where there's not too much going on. So, and there's a lot of other games out right now. So I've been just jumping around playing a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, I've played against you in scrims. You're a decent player, man.
Uh-oh, we're going back to that?
No, I'm not. Yeah. No, I'm just saying you're a decent player.
Thanks a lot for bringing this back.
What? I'm just saying. It's, I give up.
They're all on mouse and keyboard.
They were. Yeah, it was definitely an advantage.
I had a discussion with Monkey in the background. He sent me like the, sort of the script that he uses to do the monkey rating, because I was just curious.
Right.
And I mean, that thing's pretty bulletproof. I tried to suggest a couple changes, and it didn't change the numbers hardly at all. And so his rating is really solid. Now, I think the mouse and keyboard versus controller thing, there is some argument to be made there. Obviously, closer range, you're better off with mouse and keyboard, but
better mobility. I mean, that was the only thing I was having an issue with. Regular distance, nowhere. When I played, I played on a PS4 controller against PC players ever since it was available on PC until my PS5 came in, and then I switched over. But you just have to play the longer game against mouse and keyboard. Yes, they can still aim on your head real easy, but it's pretty equal. All things being equal, it's pretty competitive if you keep your distance. But if someone's running at you with a shotgun, they can whip a 360 on you that quick. There's nothing you can do. It's just, you're just in molasses. And they really increased the sensitivity settings on controller, but I just can't move it that fast without being inaccurate, Yeah. So I'm still like a 6.
That's a huge problem.
No, I'm still like a 6. I mean, hell, TV plays on, I know you don't like TV, but True Vanguard plays on like a 5 or a 6 too. Cause he does.
Well, yeah, but you don't have to play high like that.
But he does play on console though. He does play on PC every now and then, but he's mainly a console player. That's kind of what I like about him. But, how do we get off on that tangent? Okay.
I don't know, but you like TV and you have a man crush on him, and
I respect the guy. I respect the guy. And I play a lot like him too.
I just, he's not the end all be all for me. So that's all I'm saying.
Okay. So Hazel, I'm curious, what are you doing right now in Destiny, man?
Well, I haven't been doing too much actually. But I did raid with the Goop Troop. So Sauced Waffle, Aphelion, Nocturnus, Raphael, and Bell. Told the Bell.
Nice.
So yeah. We did Deepstone, and we finished it in, I think it was like 2 hours and 15 minutes.
That's pretty good.
So, yeah, it's a lot better than 4.5 hours.
Oh, my God. Yeah.
Yeah. We want to do it again just so we can get down to,
right.
Like, even less time. So.
Wow. That's
but,
cool.
besides that, I knocked out a couple GMs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, good, quick and easy stuff. It's, What about you? What have you been up to?
Well, what have I been up to? No, not much. Not much. It's been a pretty light week and, all right, fine.
I saw something in the Discord.
Yeah, you did. I might be slightly addicted to GMs now.
What?
What was great is I was able to game with a couple of my buds that I've known for like a decade. That would be Larman, Kentucky, and All Thumbs. And we had a bet on our first run. I said, I have a bet. If you two die and I'm alive, I get to change your name for a day in the Discord, and vice versa. If me and Larry die, then Ron can do it. If whatever combination. If you're the last man standing, and our very first GM. When we did it, just trying to learn all the ins and outs, because it's not easy, man. There's a lot of kids, a lot of crap you got to kill. And man, those damn Vandal snipers, man, they got them placed so strategically. They had one that was head glitching me off a rooftop of in that middle area. It got me.
You're not wrong.
Got me a couple times. I was like, you son of a. Anyway, we got to the very end. Our 45 minutes was up. So now all our 11 revives that we had from killing all the champions was disappeared. So if you died, you're spectating. So at the very end, we got Sepix all the way down to just like a quarter, I think, eighth. And Larry, being the Titan he is, runs out there and dies. And he was running dev and stuff. So he was being a very supportive player. And then Ron was like, oh shit. Now what do we do? I said, what we do? We're going to kill Sepix is what we're going to do. And then there went Ron. Ron's dead. So here it is. The old Gator all by himself. And I'm tucked away in that building at the very end like everyone does. And I'm taking the captains are trying to charge those arc swords, trying to knock those out. Finally, I just said, you know what? I waited for my super to charge up. I was using Chaos Reach, and I went underneath and shot Sepix from the underneath area, and hero moment. Game over. Everyone comes back to life. Hero moments. I was actually a hero moment. I was like, this is pretty cool. I got to admit. And what's the first thing Larry said is, when are we running another one? I'm like, I don't know. I got time. Ron, you good? He goes, yeah, let's run another one. I'm like, so we ran another one. And then we met again, I think that following, that night, like at, I want to say 10 o'clock. Yeah. 9, 10 o'clock. And we ran another one. So yeah, I might have a thing for GMs now. And oh my God, one GM. Of course you get the Adept Sniper. I didn't get any Adept mods. I was pissed because I still need a few, but I got like 4 Ascendant golf balls. 4. I was like, oh my God. So,
well, it's double rewards too.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah. So yeah, if you are listening right now on Monday morning, get in a GM before reset, because, my God, the drops are just crazy. All those things you get. So anyway, that's what that's pretty much the crux of my week.
Hey, question for you. Was it challenging?
It was very challenging. And I actually felt fun because I felt challenged. And all right, elitist, keep your pants on.
Wow.
But we did have another hurricane come through Florida, so that kind of kept me preoccupied most of the week. And I couldn't get much work done, so I worked on some shorts and some videos, and got another couple episodes out of my other podcast. So yeah, I mean, it was a productive week, but I got to admit, man, the highlight was doing those GMs for the week. It was a lot of fun. Maybe I'll get one more done before the reset.
I kept seeing your name in the feed, like, with your stats and everything. And I started just laughing. I'm like, I see this going on here,
I couldn't hide it. Cause I mean, Kingsley in the Guardian Hub, Discord. He has a bot that automatically posts when you complete things, I guess. And yeah. So anyway. And then Ron wanted to know how he did, so he posted in the stats channel, and that's when everyone knew that we had been doing GMs. So jig was up. So I might have a different opinion on GMs now. Double drops at least. Double drop weeks at least. So
it's even rewarding on not double drop rewards either, but it is still rewarding on those. So okay, well, awesome.
And Sepix was since we had played Destiny 1, all of us had, so we knew the strike. So it was just a matter of knowing where to go and not dying. And it was challenging, man. It really was. And we were all like 1595 or higher. So yeah, that's the only bad thing about GMs is you have to be 1595 to even get a ticket. I kind of wish Bungie would lessen that next season or something. But anyway,
welcome to the club. Welcome. Now you know why I said that. And yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I'll let Ron know that you answered his question. So cool.
Okay. Son of a bitch. I mean, yeah, great. That's awesome. Yeah, I had a good time.
Yeah, he sent me a question like behind the scenes.
Oh, he did he? I'll have to make sure to thank him for that.
Yeah, apparently. So in the GM, Gator said GM was actually kind of challenging to do. And then he followed it up with, don't tell Hazel I said that.
I said that. I did say that. I said, don't tell Hazel I said that, please. It's out in the open, so it is what it is, and it's unfortunate, but yeah, they're a lot of fun. I got to admit. Just I wish everyone could participate in them more, though. It's the only problem I have.
Well, I think it's just getting over that thought about it. Like everything is going to shoot you and kill you. Like
they did.
Hit.
I was getting one shot by vandals.
But that's because it's Arc and they were shooting Arc and everything else. And but contest mode. You'll still serve. Did you have 100 Resil?
Yeah, I did. And Ron didn't at first. I made sure he boosted up his resilience as well. Resilience.
Because that, and then also, were you running like the arc resist or sniper resist?
I was running, I was running, the plasteel plating where arc and solar damage. I had less, I doubled stacked those, but I forgot all about the sniper resistance. That probably would have helped, wouldn't it?
Oh, there you go. See, put that on for the next one that you do.
I'll make sure I do.
It'll world of difference.
My God, man. My job, I had the new, arc, from Season of Plunder, the new arc, scout rifle. And it had explosive rounds on it too. And it was arc. So I was in charge of getting rid of all the vandals while everyone else was picking everything else apart. So, and Thunderlords are a beast in that, by the way. If you want to cut down the captain, the champions and stuff, that thing is a beast. Cause all the captains were, overload captains. So being that that's built into the Thunderlord, that overload perk, I could use other perks like, auto rifle, anti-barrier and scout rifle anti-barrier instead of having to worry about an overload mod. So it was really nice. It was a nice setup. We kind of worked it out. Yep. A lot of fun.
Nice.
It was a lot of fun
to use your brain in Destiny, isn't it?
Oh, here we go. All right, can you quit gloating so much? We have a guest.
Sorry, I'm smiling.
We have a guest here. We're being rude.
Glorious thing.
We need to.
Hey, Technickal. Mm-hmm. So we'll include you in the fun here. Do you do GMs?
Yeah. So I know a lot of people that do like the day one Conqueror stuff. I'm not like that, but
nice.
I definitely get in and do GMs when it's, either a weapon I want or a double rewards.
Okay. Wouldn't it be cool though if a lot of other activities rewarded you that much stuff? It would be so cool.
Oh yeah.
No.
Depending on what it is.
There's the elitist. Okay. It's all right. I knew he'd rear his ugly head.
But no, man, it's okay. Come on. For real?
Pinky in the air.
What do you want that much reward from?
Just
answer that question.
Just materials. Just materials. Give us more material drops.
For what?
There's a lot of new players in this game who are just fighting tooth and nail just to get legendary shards.
Okay, I appreciate that, but I'm not talking to them. I'm talking to you. You said you want that stuff to drop. What do you want it to drop from?
How about raids? Raids are a lot of fun, but other than raid weapons and some stuff that you get out of the chest so you can, get, what do they call them? Spoils? Spoils of conquest of spoils? Spoils of conquest? Pretty much weapons and armor is all you get. It'd be nice to get some golf balls coming out of a couple of those chests. Or some ascendant alloys, maybe. Be kind of nice. It just seems like they limit the source where we can get them. And you definitely have to go to a GM if you want to get a lot of golf balls. So.
Well, yeah, exactly. I mean, it's an in-game currency.
I'm curious how many people, though, are 1595 light that play that often. There's a lot of people I think don't have access to GMs. So where are they going to get them? I'm not going to go down that road. We're not doing this tonight. The thing is, though, is it's an in-game currency. If they're not going to do in-game content, they shouldn't be able to get the stuff. It is not an in-game currency because you can.
It is.
You can build craft anything at any time when you're playing the game. You don't have to. It's not like you're unlocking build crafting once you get a certain level in the game. As soon as you start getting legendary pieces, you can start gathering materials to build craft and masterwork your armor. So you can start build crafting. There's no
in order
in-game.
To get it to level 10, though, it is an in-game thing.
It isn't. It's just a requirement to get to level 10 on your armor. It's just another material that Bungie's added to the game that is tied to very, very high level stuff when it really shouldn't. If people want to build craft their armor, let them. Technical's like, all right.
I got a question.
I made a mistake coming tonight. Good.
I got a question though.
Go for it.
So do you consider Iron Banner endgame PvP?
No, I do not.
Just Trials.
Trials is endgame because you have to have it's power enabled. Iron Banner is no longer power enabled, so anyone can jump in. So because they now do that, it's not an in-game activity. Now, I would say once it was power enabled, that it was more not in-game, but more for the grinders out there who like to play a lot. They had some nice high power. Which one is
better, do you think?
Oh, Iron Banner's a lot more fun than Trials.
In terms of with power enabled or.
I think it's artificial. What do you think, Technical? You play a lot of Crucible.
I kind of preferred the power enabled because it eliminates the people bringing back guns that were sunset for an obvious reason. I'm not too bothered either way. I don't jump in and use like a 1350 weapon because I can now. I don't like those weapons anymore. I like the newer stuff.
Well,
I can see a lot of people using the old weapons.
I like having that flexibility, but I remember the first week of Trials, you'd have all these grinders that were already at the max light, and you didn't have the time to put all that time. You didn't have the time to grind, and then it's just an unfair advantage. You get extra 2-3 shot because they were so much higher level.
Unfair. It's not unfair because they did the work.
They grinded and they did. They grinded more than the average. I'd say a lot more than even most, probably 80% of the population. They grinded the hell out of it.
So what? They did the work. They should be rewarded for doing the work.
I don't know.
I think there's been a sort of a reduction in the delta between,
there has been
people who aren't so hardcore and the people that are, because they changed it to only 10 power per season.
It's definitely better than it used to be. It used to be really bad though. I would get one shot. I was like, and I'd have to put so many bullets in them. I was like, what am I doing? What am I doing here?
Even if you bounty hoard though, that's artifact power. So that's not even going to carry over into Trials.
No, it's raw power.
I thought that. Yeah. But okay, I've got a question. Okay. We haven't really talked about this, but I'm going to throw it out there. Okay. Do you guys think it's becoming too casual? Destiny, because, think about it. Iron Banana used to be power enabled, and now they took that away. So now you can walk in with anything. I mean, pretty much the only things you need power for are GMs, master raids, and trials.
What do you think, Technical?
I don't know that it's more casual. I mean, there's still the hardcore side that you can, if you're interested in, you can still go do. I think they made it easier. I'll say that. I know with like Kingsfall, there was no need to, farm power. If you were max at the previous season, you were already 20 power above contest mode. So I think they're trying to allow more people to get engaged with that type of stuff rather than almost gatekeeping to just the hardcore.
Well, I mean, Crucible needs all the help they can get right now, to be honest.
Yeah, I agree with that.
They need help. I put a short out today saying that Crucible's rotting on the vine. I feel like it is. I feel like Destiny or Bungie is just leaving Crucible out there just to wither. And I don't know. I'm boggled. I'm amazed. Destiny 1, you remember how fun Destiny 1 was? Every DLC, there was a ton of new maps, ton of new weapons available. It was so much fun, man. And you got onto the grind. You wanted to get those weapons. You wanted to practice and start learning the maps, right? You want to get that map knowledge.
Because they had a slave driver ahead of them. Now it's up to Bungie.
Well, how's that working for them?
So what? You're thinking that Bungie needs another corporate overlord?
No, I'm saying, why did Bungie take a ton of maps away? They had all the maps. Why'd they take them all away? If they just included one new map every couple seasons, I'd be happy. But they took so many away. There's hardly anything in rotation anymore. It's the same maps, and people are just getting tired. They're just fatigued, man. They're Bungie. They're Destiny fatigued in Crucible right now because it's always the same maps. There's no new maps to learn.
Well, they've changed the weighting because it used to be worse.
They're trying to make strides, but I think it's too little too late. I don't know.
Well, for this season, I think this season is pretty much I honestly think that this season is like planned to suck to a degree because God of War is coming out, Call of Duty.
Sure, I'm sure they know about that when they're planning the game out.
And they're just like, let's just have some BS season and that kind of thing.
See, but what keeps me playing this season is weapon crafting. And that's a whole nother topic, yeah. I know. But weapon crafting is keeping me engaged right now because I want to craft the weapons.
Ugh.
Anyway, let's move on, man.
What do you think, Gator? Do you think the game is too casualified?
There's still a lot of grind in this game, man. I mean, look at our Triumph hunters out there. Our Triumph score hunters. Look at our lore hounds out there. There's a lot of grind. There's a lot to do in this game.
But you don't need to do it though.
No, not if you're not interested in lore, you don't have to mess with lore. It'd be nice to know a lot of the backstory of a lot of this season and stuff. And now that I'm reading more and more lore, it's kind of opened my eyes. So, but as far as the I don't know if we're talking PvP, I mean,
no, I'm just talking about in general, just like,
most games are already casualified as far as shooters.
Well, what if they did do that with GMs where they said like, hey, you have to be at the cap for that.
Well, instead of $15.95, let's make it $15.70. Because I think everyone can reasonably reach that in a season. And they don't offer GMs until later in the season anyway, so it gives you time. But $15.95, that's a lot, man.
But is that casualifying it though?
No, I think what it's doing is it's opening up to more players that actually have time to get around to playing it. I mean, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but you had to do a bunch of bounties because you weren't even there yet. Just about a few weeks ago, right?
Yeah. But I think probably the compromise I'd like to see would be that you have to be at whatever the raw score is. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. Not include
how it's 1580 right now.
Yeah, you're saying maybe 1570, but not include artifact power?
Yeah.
You gotta have a carrot, man. You gotta have a carrot. If people are grinding,
but if people can just do bounties and get there.
Why not? It's an option. If you don't want to do bounties, you didn't. You finally decided you had to do at least a few because it wasn't getting you there quick enough on the artifact. Whereas I turned in 31 bounties at the very first part of the season, so I was already that much XP ahead of you. And you and Kingsley both would jump on it and say, "Well, I got all my artifacts still. I still got all my artifact unlocks." I'm like, "Yeah, that's great, but what's your artifact power?" It's plus 15. Well, I'm already at plus 20. And I wonder why that is. We both play them the same amount of time. Hell, you guys probably play more hours than I do now. It's because I bounty dumped at the beginning of the season, which may change, may not be that easy in the future, but for now, it works.
Yeah, but that's not really answering my question, though. I mean,
there's still a lot of grind in the game. I mean, it's not full RPG. It's not full, it's not like a lot of games out there that you have to, like we were just talking Elden Ring in the Discord today, and how easy, one of our past hosts, by the way, he said that he would just played and gathered stuff and built up stuff and powers and stuff for like hours and hours and hours before he even went to try the first boss. Some of those games get really grindy. So I don't think Destiny 2 is too grindy. I mean, it is too casualified. I think there's still some grind in it. And depending on what you want to do in the game, depends on how much grind you're going to do.
I would agree with that.
I don't think it's too casualified. I think there's still a skill curve. I mean, I can go right now, buy Call of Duty, jump right into any Call of Duty game and start shooting and be at the same level as everyone else. Now, granted, the other players are going to have weapon unlocks and cool emblems and camos and all that cool stuff, but Call of Duty is very casual. You can jump in right away, go hide under a bus somewhere and shoot someone as they run by. So if you're comparing Destiny to that, at least Destiny requires a certain amount of power level in some of its activities. Or Call of Duty, you can jump in anything.
Well, not in the majority of the game.
Yeah, that's true. But if you want...
Because now, I mean, even they opened up, what was it, like public events. Like I went into, what was it? The containment thing. It said that your power has already been increased to 1570. And I wasn't even at 1570 yet. They like automatically did that.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Was not aware of that. I've never seen that message.
I think that was probably, some backlash from the Black Armory. I know that was a lot of people were pissed that they paid for content and they couldn't, even get into the first mission right away.
Yeah, and, I remember that.
I definitely was frustrated, and then I realized, okay, well, I think that was prior to that. I probably was very much a casual Destiny player, and post Black Armory, I think I started adopting a little more hardcore tendencies, grinding power, stuff like that.
It's fun for me. I like the grind. I like the progression.
Yeah,
it's part of the reason I play the game.
But I guess that's my question, though, is what's the purpose if you don't want to do... Just like you said all the time, you want to watch the number go up. But, there's no incentive to it, is all I'm getting at.
It's getting... Yes, I have to agree with you. There's less and less incentive to power grind now because even the raids are... the new raid, Kingsfall raid that came out was what, 15... What was it, 1570? Or 15... What was the entering?
Didn't have to do any.
I think it was already like... See, everyone was automatically brought up, right? Was everyone automatically brought up to 1550 a season? It's been such a while. I can't remember.
No, I think contest mode capped you at 1550. I think Oryx is 1580.
Yeah, but that was just for a day. After that, though, you could jump... day 2, you could jump right in at, 1550 power?
Yeah.
You could jump in below 1550 if you wanted.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's
you're just it wasn't like GMs where you had to be a certain number.
So in that respect, I think that's definitely been casualified, but I think Bungie realizes that only 10% play the raids and dungeons, so they need to make it easier for people to jump in and try it at least. I think it's a good thing. I am curious though. Technickal. How did you find our community originally? I'm curious.
Oh, I as I said, I work 8 to 5. I have a desk job, and I was just, one day I was like, okay, I'm getting tired of listening to music. I want to listen to someone talk. So I was like, well, I play Destiny a lot. I might as well look it up. And, you guys showed up. It was you guys and, 2 Titans and a Hunter. And I just clicked this one and I said, we'll give it a try. And, I've just been listening ever since.
Nice, man. That's good. It's good to hear.
Nice.
Well, I have to ask Hazel. I'm sorry. Dude, do you do bounties?
Not on a routine occasion.
So as needed. You do.
I will
jump in and grab a few though.
So I'll do the Ada bounties. I'll do the clan bounties. And then if it's like a new expansion, I'll do bounty preps and all that stuff. But,
all right, we got
during the season, I just want to play how I want to play, and a lot of the time it forces you into a play style that I'm just not interested in doing.
I like this guy.
Well, no, he answered my question positively. I mean, he uses bounties when he has to.
Yeah, but if he didn't have to,
he doesn't put his nose up in the air and go, I'm too good for bounties. I'm not doing bounties. No.
No, I want to play how I want to play. So
yeah, once he reaches 100 on his season pass, there is no reason to do bounties anymore unless you're trying to rank up your, the gunsmith. Or you can't even, see, it's the thing, you can't even, none of the bounties for any of the other Crucible,
don't give rep.
They don't give rep anymore. That's so stupid. Why would you do that, Bungie? But at least you can still get rep, and a lot of rep, by the way, like 50 for each bounty. That's 600 for 3 characters daily. And I'm almost on my 3rd reset, by the way. And I'm getting out.
Crucible?
No, in,
Gunsmith.
I've hardly played any Crucible this season.
Wow.
Yeah, I've kind of taken a break from Crucible. I was getting a little burnt out there for a while. And, we've got Iron Banner coming around the corner, and I set up a 100.0 bot. I said, hey, I'm leaving town this weekend. I want to play. Who's in? And it's already jammed up and ready to go for Tuesday night. So I'm excited. Those are the times when you're playing with friends and stuff. It's a lot of fun. So, and I'll probably live stream that too. But, yeah. So your answer was yes, you do bounties. Okay. Moving on.
When he has to.
When I heard him say yes, and he says he does bounty prep, which you do not.
Then he plugged his ears, Technical.
No. He says he does bounty prep at the beginning of the season. You do not, Hazel.
But, okay, so Technical, if you didn't have to do bounty prep, would you do bounties?
Well, if bounty would.
Yeah, I think that's sort of a, I don't know anyone who would say, I'm going to prep a bunch of bounties just because I want to turn them in and get
Gator.
Some clan XP next season.
Have you met Gator?
I bounty prep because it's ranking up my artifact, unlocking stuff quick.
Yeah. Especially if you gotta jump in and there's a champion and something that you're trying to do. Cause if you want to do a Nightfall and get 100K, you gotta fight a champion.
And you're not going to get your champion mods until you unlock them.
If you're trying to get Pinnacle cap, within the first couple weeks, you need that as soon as possible so you can start grinding your pinnacles.
Just admit it, Hazel. We still have to rely on bounties, at least for now.
I dream of a future.
Oh, God. Here we go.
Where we don't have to do that.
Hey, I'm with you, man. I think it should be optional, but if you want to rank up that artifact, you need a bounty prep. If you want to get ahead quicker. And yes, I know, Kingsley, eventually you'll unlock them all. Yes, everyone will. But I'll be there quicker.
I heard him too. I heard him say that.
I know.
Also.
I heard him in my ear already. All right. We really got off the rails tonight. What's up?
Hey, that was our main topic. That was one of our topics.
It was one of our topics. That's true.
Yeah. Look at that. Okay. So, Technical. What other games do you play, if any?
So right now, I've been playing Call of Duty a little bit. It's been pretty fun. It's one of the better ones, in my opinion, from the last few releases. They slowed it down a lot, so it's less
Did they raise
streamer friendly? Everyone jumping around and doing, crazy shit. But, Monkey sent me some videos of what he's been doing. And I mean, you can still get away with some really ridiculous stuff in the game, but I think it's better than the past few.
How's the time to kill?
Way too fast.
Yeah, that's still bad. Okay.
And Monkey kind of had a theory. We were talking about it. He thinks that they probably balanced it on the Warzone 2.0 that's coming out.
Oh.
Yeah.
And then they just said, screw it, we're going to put this in multiplayer. And everyone's going to have to deal with it. Because really, everyone's going to just jump over to Warzone once it comes out.
Yeah.
It's
that much of a draw.
It's pretty quick.
Man, I probably need to get back in. No, not gonna do it. Nope. Okay. I have one here. I have to ask, and I think I know the reason why now, but dude, what's behind the gamer tag?
So, if you couldn't tell, my name is Nick. So, Technickal is where that one came from.
I get it.
I've been always in my entire life, I've always been sort of like a STEM oriented guy. I like science and technology.
Okay.
So it's just like, this is something I'm going to do. And this is actually somewhat new in maybe the last year or so. I previously, and for any Halo or Red versus Blue fans, my old Xbox name was Suck It Blues.
Nice.
Oh my God.
So I was rocking that for probably 5 years. And I was like, maybe I'll change it. And that's just what I came up with.
Oh, yeah, if it's perfect. I mean, it's your job. It's what you do in work too. You're very technical oriented. I like it.
Yeah.
I like that. It fits. Okay. That's your cue, Hazel.
I know. Sorry. I unplugged my headset accidentally.
Oh my God. You're so loud now.
Hey.
You're so loud now. All right. Is that where you're going to sit near your mic so I can adjust? Yeah. Find your home and then I'll make sure your level's not too crazy.
Sorry. Everything's like falling.
No, that's perfect. You're back to normal now. Good deal. Are you on your wife's PC?
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. Okay. I just finished asking him about.
I love it.
I just asked him about his gamer tag.
Okay. Let me. What the hell happened to the show notes?
Okay.
Chaos. I love it. Okay.
That's probably gonna be an outtake.
Yeah. Hey, it's about time I get an outtake. So
what are you talking about? You got a ton of them in the last. Oh, I haven't released it yet. Sorry.
I gotta say that the Patreon episodes, I like have to hold back laughter at.
You enjoying them?
Sometimes they're hilarious. The outtakes are so. I don't know who exactly was in. It was like pre-podcast. I think it might have been RNG and Rodimus. Maybe we're just in the podcast chat and they were going at it with something.
That was probably our last
That was
show.
one of the outtakes.
I got a lot of clips from that. In fact, you'll hear another
hilarious.
one. The Patreon episode will be coming out this weekend, and it's already done. I just haven't released it yet. But there is another clip from them. But there's also a clip for me and Hazel get into it, and it's one of our debates that we saved for our patrons. So, yes. and TV and Hazel's TV True Vanguard swipe. I took out because I want True Vanguard to be on our show. So now only our patrons hear that clip too. So, okay. Thanks, man. I'm glad you're enjoying them. I was hoping I wasn't drowning people with too much,
No, they're funny. I enjoy going in and because it's a once a week release, I'm done with it on Monday by the afternoon. So I go in and I try to listen to a lot of the backlog since I'm, like you said, a little newer to the community. Sure. I just go back and listen to everyone's stories.
Yeah. And the Patreon episodes are never more than an hour long. So they're very short. Yeah. So they're just something to add to what people are already listening to. So, okay, cool. Thanks, man.
Awesome. Okay. Well, why don't we go ahead and I'll pick up some of our signature questions.
Mm-hmm.
There we are. Okay, so Technickal, do you have any hobbies outside of gaming?
Yeah, I like dealing with the like electronics type stuff. I've built myself, I think, like 3 PCs, and I built my fiance's PC and I built my brother's PC. I'm getting used to building them now.
Wow.
I don't have very many other hobbies. I was really into sports before all the gyms got shut down for COVID and whatnot. But,
what sports did you play?
I used to play, like pickup basketball before work.
Oh, nice. Are you a pretty tall guy?
I'm 6'3".
Oh, that's pretty tall.
But I played lacrosse in high school.
Oh, okay.
And, I've always just loved the team sports.
Yeah.
It's always been something, and during, like sports in high school, we used to call it hidden conditioning. It's when you go and you play like a different sport and you're running around and you're having so much fun that you're not even thinking that you're getting
cross training.
A lot of exercise. So like we would go play handball.
Oh, nice.
And we'd be like exhausted by the end of it, but nobody cared.
Yeah. Racquetball was my thing.
Exactly.
You just drenched in sweat when he came out, but
yeah.
I don't even see a racquetball court anymore. That's
they're hard to come by.
But my daughter played lacrosse, but she was a beginner in it. But man, I've seen some of those men's lacrosse games. They can get pretty crazy. Those sticks swinging everywhere.
Yeah, women's and men's lacrosse are definitely very different.
Mm-hmm.
The guys get beat up pretty hard. Not that the women don't. I've definitely seen plenty. My mom referees like college and even professional women's lacrosse, and
that's pretty cool.
And we watch her on TV occasionally, and some of them are getting, absolutely beat up. It's definitely aggressive.
The biggest thing they've been worried about is head-to-head contact, like in soccer.
Yeah.
Or, I'm sorry, football, England. Yeah.
American football.
Yeah. Yeah, by the way, Brady's going to be playing, the Bucks going to be playing at 9:30 in the morning tomorrow in Germany. That's going to be pretty cool.
In Germany, yeah.
That's going to be pretty wild.
Tomorrow or Sunday?
Sunday, my bad. Yeah, my bad. I'm already thinking ahead. But yeah, man, I had a neighbor's kid who played lacrosse, and he told me some stories sometimes. It was pretty crazy. Anyway, well, this question's coming. I have to ask it for everyone. I always get a different answer, it seems. What is one thing about you that maybe our community might not know about you?
So we kind of went over the one I was going to use earlier. I recently got engaged, which we've been celebrating, but nice. Another one, I have this really strange ability to have both the best and worst memory of anyone I know. I remember the weirdest details about things, and then someone could tell me something, and 5 seconds later I'll be like, what'd you say?
So long-term memory is fantastic, but short-term is a little off?
Pretty much.
Accurate? Okay.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool, actually. I'd rather have long-term memory. I have neither, so. What was that, Hazel? Never mind. Well, that's cool, man.
Nothing at all.
Where am I?
That's cool. I like that, man. I like that. That's a new one. I haven't heard that one before.
Who are you guys?
That's what I'm asking myself. Okay. Well, so Mr. Technickal, do you have a motto, a mantra that you live by, or a couple of them?
Yeah, the big one I have sort of always used, is, lead by example. There's a lot of leaders in the world, and whether they actually are good or not is could be argued, but I've always tried to set an example for anyone I'm either teaching or working with or working for, that, you know, I'm gonna be a leader when I need to be, and I'll prove it. So I think that's sort of the best way to, you know, take life on. You're gonna have to lead something at some point, so might as well know how to do it.
Nice.
Like that attitude.
I like that.
Yeah. That's a winner's attitude. I like that. Yeah. What is that saying? You miss all the opportunities you don't grab or take, or
you don't take.
You miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Well, that's Zig Ziglar. Yep. I love his stuff. Pretty cool. Well, hey, Technickal, thanks for sharing your life with us tonight, brother.
Yeah, thank you.
That was a good interview. Well, we know what's next. Speed run. We'll be right back.
Call the Praxic Order, call the Thanatonauts, the Jinsen Scribes, call everyone so they can witness you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this segment is called the Speed Run. We have a database of over 385 possible questions for our guest tonight, and Technical's going to have 90 seconds to answer as many as he can. These are short 1 or 2 word answers, and at the end of the year, the guest with the most answers will win a prize and title of 2022 Speedrun Champion. The questions are custom curated by me, so no one can memorize the order, and just quickly answer what comes to mind. Tonight, I'm going to read the questions from my list. Hazel is our timekeeper and quality control expert. In the event of a questionable answer, Hazel's decision will be final, and he'll also adjust for any stammering I do, like I just did. Our leader so far, and still this year's champion, is Mr. Rodimus Prime, with 41 questions answered. So what do you think, Technical? You ready to do this?
I'm ready. We'll give it a run.
All right. Hazel, we good?
Yes, sir.
Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Warlock, Titan, or Hunter?
Warlock.
Who is one of your favorite actors?
Chris Pratt.
Void, Solar, Arc, or Stasis?
Solar.
Should there be freelance solo strikes?
Yes.
Walmart or Target?
Target.
Controller or mouse and keyboard?
Mouse and keyboard.
Beard or clean shaven?
Beard.
Strikes, Crucible, or Gambit?
Crucible.
What is the most broken exotic in Destiny 2?
Telesto.
Which is best, first or third person games?
First.
If you could choose, who would voice your ghost?
Chris Pratt again.
Human, Awoken, or Exo?
Exo.
What's the best sandwich?
Ham and cheese.
Ikora, Amanda, or Eris?
Eris.
What's the worst job you've ever had?
Landscaping.
What's your favorite Destiny planet?
Io.
Pulse, Scout, or Auto Rifle?
Pulse.
Soda or Pop?
Soda.
Water balloon fight or food fight?
Food fight.
Would you rather be fast at texting or reading?
Reading.
Red Vines or Twizzlers?
Twizzlers.
Ikora, Cade, or Zavala?
Cade.
Gasoline or electric vehicle?
Gasoline.
What number am I thinking of?
32.
Star Trek or Star Wars?
Star Wars.
Are you afraid of heights?
Yes.
Destiny 2 seasonal events, yes or no?
Yes.
Pineapple on pizza?
Oh, yeah.
Fries or onion rings?
Fries.
If you had more time, what would you do with it?
Read.
Do you have a tattoo?
I don't.
Is Telesto the besto?
Currently, yeah.
Story or no story?
Story.
Nice. Not bad, not bad. I think you did pretty good. I'm still trying to figure out how Rodimus did this. I mean, he was on a roll. Hell, he
was zooming through them.
He probably has like a checkboard or something at home. He's tracing the questions.
Oh, you know he does.
He
practiced.
Yeah.
You know his ass.
He probably had a stopwatch. He probably had his friends time him and do practice runs. And anyway, Hazel, how'd he do, man?
33.
Nice job, man. Okay. That's respectable.
Not bad.
That's respectable.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
Very good. Hey, listeners, I have a great question for you. Do you have a speed run question for our segment? If that's a yes, join our Discord and enter them into our speed run question ideas channel. Yes, Rodimus, that channel stays. And we'll add them to next year's speed run. Just remember, they need to be yes or no, 1 or 2 word answers. Either or questions will also be accepted. And don't forget what's your favorite. I love those. At the end of the year, we're going to have 2 drawings for a $25 gift card of your choice. And you can enter up to 5 questions to go into the drawing. We need some good creative questions out there, guys. So let's hear them and good luck. Also, if you're enjoying what you've heard so far in our little show, and you know someone who plays Destiny, do us a favor. Share the show with them. All the links are in our show description right down there. All right, Hazel. That means it's time for This Week at Bungie. Hey, Hazel, we need to record another ad, my dude.
Haven't we done enough of these?
Yeah, I know, but we're getting feedback from our community that they're getting old, so come on. Let's just do it real quick.
All right. Do I need to run this by Laz first?
No, we're fine. Hey, everyone. We just wanted to let everyone know that if you're looking for a clan, we have a Destiny 2 clan, and we invite you all to be a part of it.
All we ask is that you join our Discord community and just enjoy playing the game. We will communicate with you there, and you'll also be assigned a special clan role as well, and a channel.
So look for the invite link in our Discord, in our GDC clan channel, or you can click the link right down there below in our show description.
Yep, our Discord community is pretty awesome. And we have hundreds of active, like-minded Destiny 2 gamers in there. Also, we have a special 100.io bot that can put together groups or whatever you want to get done.
So hit that link, join our community at discord.gg/GuardianDowncast. And if you want to be in our clan, just let one of our mods know, and we'll open the door for you.
All right, enough of this shameless plug. That's it. Cut.
Okay, fine. Jeez. Later, Guardian.
Laz?
No, okay, I'm out. 12th week of Telesto's week at Bungie. I mean, this week at Bungie. Hazel, what's going on this week, man?
All right. So, for anybody who doesn't know, Telesto is broken, and it's basically become sentient and taking over Destiny this week. So, yeah, good times. It started off, and it was smoking, and it was firing up into the air. And this is everyone's Telesto, by the way. And now, apparently, it has like 60 or 70 different perk rolls it has. So, yeah, good times. Okay, so all that being said, we dive into the TWAB here from Sam, and they said the winning trials map is going to be Cauldron. I'm okay with that.
Doors. You know? I hate doors. Like I'm going to play anyway. Never mind. Go ahead.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so be on the lookout for that. And Telesto, because it is bugged, they are actually giving away an emblem for that. I believe the code is further down here. Give me...
I had to get it off their Twitter, at Destiny of the Game Twitter.
Yeah, I thought they added it to this, but no, they did not.
I know, I will say this, the one that's in-game when you first sign into Destiny is not working, at least as of this moment. So whatever code they give you at the beginning when you first log in is not the code that's working. I've heard that along the grapevine. So go to at Destiny the Game on Twitter, and they have it there.
Okay. Well, I'll look it up as well.
Okay. Perfect.
There's a new emblem that's out where it's basically like a glitched out Telesto, and it's all Telesto all the time kind of thing. That being said, moving on here, Iron Banana is back. That we hinted at. It's going to be Eruption again. And just so you know, they did fix it so that only the person that shoots the primed player gets the 5 streak.
Oh, good. Assists don't count. Nice.
It was like basically like giving a bonus to everybody else.
Oh.
So that's the reason why there were big shifts in score changes.
That does make sense now.
So, under the Shit's Broken area, that's next. I love this one. Telesto, help. Okay. Aside from that,
I love it.
Movies, art, and that's the TWAB.
Oh, that was quick. I love it. That means we have more time for questions. I know Rodimus is going to love that. Thanks, Hazel. Appreciate it, buddy. Well, then we'll be right back right after this.
Hey guys, my name is Hawkslayer, and you're listening to Guardian Downcast.
Well, this is going to be our topic of the week. And when we first got together, we asked Technickal, I said, Technickal, is there anything you want to, anything you got on your mind, man? Anything you want to talk about for the topic of the week? And what'd you have for us, man?
I kind of wanted to talk about how to improve certain aspects of the game. As three people who love the game, you always want to see it become better.
Right. Okay.
So I was, the ritual playlists are, the core. They're the core of the game. Mm-hmm. That's what the game's based off of. And then you got your raids and everything else off of that. So, I was curious of how we all thought we could, make tweaks or improvements to the core function of the ritual playlist to, make them more interesting. Because outside of getting a pinnacle, I don't know the last time I ran a strike. I'll be honest.
Yeah, you and me both, man. Other than the GM, because it does actually give you rewards, but you got to be $15.95 to play.
Yep.
You don't get those rewards playing regular strikes. Well, what do you think? Let's start with you, man. What do you want to, what of those ritual playlists, Crucible, Gambit, and Strikes, what would you start with if you were the developer? What would you want to improve things?
So the first change I would make, and I kind of split it into two sections. There's obviously the new players. They're coming in waves.
Right.
As the game, each season comes out, we get new players coming to the game.
Sure.
And then you get the veterans who are, have been playing for 7-8 years.
Okay. So you're basing it on two different players groups here then. So
for the first one, and it's a general, change that I'd like to see happen is I'd like to see a newcomer playlist. This is something I've seen in other games. If anyone's played Rainbow Six Siege, as soon as you get in the game, you have the option to go into a newcomer playlist, which is supposed to put you against other people who are new to the game. It keeps you in line with people that aren't going to wreck you or, speedrun a strike and you keep getting pulled forward.
Right.
So basically what I said is give them the option to queue up to 10 matches of each, Crucible, Strike, and Gambit. So 30 total, of this newcomer playlist so that these people can experience, the ritual playlists in an environment that's not gonna push them away. I feel like that's probably common. People get into a strike and it's Lake of Shadows and you got, speedrunner Steve over here, glitching through fences in the wall and getting to the boss room in 3 minutes. And then the guy's like, what happened? I don't even know what I just did.
I just got sucked into the boss fight. Why?
Yeah.
Hey, my name's not Steve, by the way.
Ooh,
speedrunner Hazel. Glitching through the wall, pulling Blueberry Berry.
That's right. I'm back there with you, Technickal. Like, what the hell just happened?
Now, I would probably be doing what Hazel's doing.
Okay.
But I don't want to force someone to have a bad experience that's brand new to the game.
That's a good idea.
Because it's gonna push them more. And really, it's a great game. It's a fun game. Plenty to do. And I feel like it's easy to get deterred or, sort of discouraged when you get into a game and you're like, I don't know what I'm doing. And these guys are just carrying me and I'm not doing anything.
10 games is a good number too, because by the time you do 10 strikes, you're like, okay, I get how this works. I see how it works.
Yeah. You understand it.
Yeah. And it's same for Gambit. And well, Gambit may take a little bit longer, but at least you got the mechanics down after 10 matches. And Crucible,
Crucible could be
tough, but 10 matches.
Yeah. Could be more or less.
That's 100 minutes of gameplay. I mean, if it's back to back to back to back, that's a good amount of time.
Okay. I've got a slight tweak to this idea. I like this.
I do too.
But I think the tweak I would add to it would be that they need to do what they did with this season with that chest, where it gave you a weapon, it gave you mods, and it basically like they handcrafted a build for you.
I 100% agree. I think that helps that helps people jump in right away.
Well, it's also the power fantasy.
Yeah.
And I think that's where the game really excels, because to me, that's why I do builds, because I love that power fantasy of just melting something. I mean, and that's what I think it's missing, is that piece. If you had that would just, I mean, to me, that's just icing on the cake for like new people to go like, oh my God, I just melted a boss. And you can always like tune that playlist too, to make it a little bit easier to do something, you know?
And I would
like
probably
give the boss less health, things like that.
And on these first 10 games in this special playlist, I would imagine there'd be, pop-up menus and tips and stuff to help people, you know, say, you know, at least tell the player, hey, you need to keep moving up, or, try to hit this boss with an anti-barrier mod, or it wouldn't be in there anyway, but you know what I'm saying, to give people, an idea of the flow of the game or something. Yeah. Just little tips. Yeah. That us veteran players would immediately just dismiss. Yeah. Get this out of my face. Yeah. And, I like that. And what's great, Hazel, about your idea about the chest, because when we got that chest, what did you get? You got a Thunderlord, which already has a built-in, I keep wanting to say Overlord, Overload champion perk built in. So immediately you can start killing champions that are Overload. What else did you get? I don't remember what else you got.
Each class got an armor exotic.
Oh, that's right.
I know Titan got Cuirass, which is, I mean, you want to talk power fantasy. That's,
oh yeah. My God. That's one of the best.
That's up there. Yeah. You go and you just Thunder Crash something and it's immediately dead.
And like Hazel said, they can fine tune it depending on the season or whatever. Wow. Yeah. I like that. I don't know if I would tweak it any better than that. I mean, 10 games is a good amount of time. I mean, I'm trying to think. Once you get people in the flow of these, cause that's one of my videos. I even talked about it, how I avoided a lot of these playlists because I didn't want to do them. They didn't look fun, or I wanted to do something. I wanted to go to the Cosmodrome and just look around and explore and stuff. But if I knew there was a gentler way of getting into these and, you know, softly showing you how the game works with other players that are learning too, and you hope no Smurf accounts would be in there, but you know, that's going to happen. But yeah, I mean, I think what you said, Hazel, once that power fantasy's there and they start to feel the power you can get from some of these exotic weapons and armor, man, that's how you hook them. That's how you get people to go, oh my God, this game is awesome. Because no one's going to play this game when they're going, okay, where do I go next? What do I do next? Why am I at the boss already?
And they're just lost. Yeah.
And guess what they do? They just leave. They go play a game that they do know how to play, like Call of Duty. So I'm trying to think of something I can add to this. I mean, that's actually a very good idea.
Or a different idea. I mean, you can come
yeah, I know. I've been thinking about this through the week, and I think this needs to be, you know, and Destiny's already mentioned in Lightfall with their showcase they had that they're having some kind of player rating system. I don't know how that's going to work exactly, but I'm kind of hoping that there is a better built-in LFG system or some kind of pairing up based upon if you're a new light or not, tying it into a new light quest that's maybe a little more congruent with the actual storyline of the game. Because let's face it, the new light quest is kind of lame. It's just kind of busy work and really has not a whole lot to do with the actual story that's going on with the game. It's just kind of, you're talking to this guy on the Cosmodrome and you don't know who the hell he is, but he tells me to go get this, so I'm going to get this. And it's like a bunch of fetch quests, and that doesn't get people very excited to play Destiny. But if they jumped into a playlist like this and they got a chest, go to this chest first, and all of a sudden you get all of this armor and you already have the power. That would be, pretty appealing. And then what would be the first thing people would do? How do I get more of these weapons and armor? Cause these are awesome. Anything you wanted to add to that? Technical?
Well, that wasn't even my idea.
Oh, I mean, you have an idea?
That was just me kind of riffing on him. Yeah.
All right. I want to hear yours. Go ahead.
Okay. So you make everything power enabled. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh my God.
So no, my idea is for strikes, gambit, and well, Okay. I'm going to go with strikes. I'll just go with strikes. So with strikes, you bring back strike specific loot, but basically part of that loot is going to be armor, and they form its own set of armor. So in the strike playlist, now it's random, of course, but you can get like maybe a taken set of armor, and it's, you know, you can still do guns and things like that, but you need to give an incentive to play strikes.
And more importantly, I would have, just to add to that, I would put on the description of the strike when they're about to enter it that this is the reward you will get. Lord, you know, that way people know exactly what they're going in and what they're going to get for their time involved. A little more of a carrot.
It's RNG though.
But you wouldn't have to say, okay, you're going to get the Curious. You can say something like,
I mean, it's like what they do already where they say like it's low or like rare or something like that.
But they could say, like the taken armor set and have it also be a knockout system where they can play the next.
No.
All right, fine. I still think a knockout system.
You and your knockout system.
I'm telling you, people want to complete stuff.
You just want it handed to you, don't you?
I don't want to hand it to me, but I also don't want to be playing 100 strikes to only be waiting for a bond to drop so I can get the matching kit.
But that's the thing though. If you want that, you have to do it.
All right. How about I meet you halfway?
Great idea.
How about a knockout system after a certain number of consecutive strikes?
Do you even Destiny?
Of course I do.
So yeah. So no.
What about the Nightfall keys? Remember that?
The skeleton keys?
Yeah, the skeleton keys, like in Nightfalls. Those were kind of fun.
Yeah. I mean, you can definitely, but they don't even need those, honestly. It's just, just give us shit for doing shit, you know?
Yeah.
But I do though. I think a set of armor would be, maybe that's where you put like Zavala's armor. Maybe that's where you put it instead of like, with him, how like,
right.
You can
go to the bar,
unlock armor. You can go ahead and just put it there. Incentivize people that way.
Yeah. Instead of lame armor rolls in the bar, how about just give us materials more, so we can actually improve the armor, right?
Yeah. Well,
the gunsmith
improve the armor means something else.
Well, you know what I mean? If it's a good roll, if you happen to get a good chess piece and you're like, oh, I want to keep this one. I want to actually masterwork this so I can start adding some more slots and mods and stuff to it, which you're assuming they know about mods and mod slots and all that. But still, like that's the one thing I love about the gunsmith. You're not getting guns. What are you getting? You're getting golf balls. You're getting ascended alloys. You're getting enhancement cores, and then you're getting to boot upgrade modules, things that we all need in the game just from doing those bounties. Why not put that in the other ritual activity season pass bars? And like you said, have those armor pieces that are themed to that Vanguard strike playlist, have it fall instead of waiting to unlock it on the bar, which everyone always dismantles because it's like a 48 roll. Just a suggestion.
Any other ideas you have, Gator?
I think that, oh boy. Old Gator might get some flack for this, but I think there should be skill-based matchmaking across all those playlists. If you have 1,000 hours playing strikes, I think you should be paired up with people who run 100 strikes also, or 1,000 strikes or whatever. Especially Gambit and Crucible where you're playing against other players. I think there should be some skill-based matchmaking there as well.
What?
Because you have an ELO for Gambit. It may not be visible, but everyone has an ELO for Gambit. Just like they have an ELO for Crucible. You have an internal score on skill. And it used to be that only people that had legendary or were trying to finish their last node for their rank up on Gambit would only play other people who are doing the same thing. Kind of the way Trials is set up. It's card-based on where you are in the wins. Be the same thing with Gambit.
What's the point in doing skill-based for... I think it's a terrible idea for Gambit just because that population is so small.
Yeah, but you would also play more even games.
But what's the point in doing it for strikes?
It would eliminate maybe some of the speedrunners. You'd have people who, like, he talked about his first 10 games with beginners. Maybe there would be an internal score for how many strikes you do and how much experience or how many times you run the strike.
So you're assuming that anyone who does like 100 strikes is a speedrunner?
Well, let's just say once you memorize where every ad comes from, you pretty much know what you're doing and you're going to zip through it a lot faster than someone who maybe doesn't. Strikes is a bad example, but Gambit and Crucible, most definitely. Let me ask you a question, Technical.
Yeah, no.
Call of Duty. Skill-based match made?
I believe it is, yeah.
Like a lot of games out there, like most shooters are skill-based match made. Why we have that out in Crucible and Gambit? Should be included. You should be able to peer people who are at the same level or same experience level in the playlist. Yes, you are splitting hairs, especially with strikes because no one wants to play them because they're boring and they haven't added any lately, amongst other things. But why not when you're playing against another player, especially, and there's a mechanic involved there, why not have a skill-based match made or experience match made? If I have this season, if I have 100 hours playing Gambit, I should play other people who are at that level and know how to melt the boss and how to time those damage gates in Gambit, which frustrate the hell out of me, by the way. I think that killed the game. These stupid damage gates are just so frustrating. They purposely are slowing down the game and dumbing it down because we're already here. We've built up our supers. We're ready to do damage. Everyone throws their supers and then I throw my Nova Bomb and guess what? He's got a damn shield over him. It's so infuriating.
But I think that's just I think that's a terrible idea though for Gambit because I mean,
have you played some experienced teams in Gambit? It's not fun. It's very much like playing an experienced team in Crucible.
So what? I mean, it comes with the territory. I mean, it's one of those things to me where, I mean, that population is so small and you're going to like separate it even more.
But what?
I mean,
let's
people are already complaining about, I mean, like what they're doing with Control. And they're like super salty about that.
I have not heard anything salty from anybody in our Discord about skill-based matchmaking and Control. Now, I have heard a lot of streamers and higher level players complain about it.
That's what I'm talking about.
But what I'm saying is
they count as players.
Of course they do.
Complain about it.
Of course. Hey, I'm in the same boat as you, man. I'm playing higher level players. I'm not skeeting by and playing in the easier games. I'm not pub stomping.
You're not skeeting by?
I'm not, scooting by, whatever. And,
skeet.
Skeet, shit.
Motherfucker.
God damn it.
From the windows to the walls.
But, okay, let's break down Gambit. And I know we're going to talk about this next week with, Average D2 Player, but let's talk about it a little bit tonight. Why do you hate Gambit? What is it so frustrating when you play Gambit? What's the number one thing, Technical? What's the one thing you're like, this, I'm out?
I've sort of already expressed this, I think in the Discord already. I
did hear it already.
I hate the heavy ammo economy in Gambit. It's ridiculous. It's too easy to invade with full xenophage ammo and you can shoot someone across the map twice and they're dead. And you don't even have to aim at them. The thing hits anyone.
You're getting closer to my point. Why do you think they had to do that?
There was a lot of complaints about, I don't have heavy ammo to burn all these ads and stuff. Yeah. And then it's like, well, okay, we need to give them heavy ammo to help burn, the Primeval and all the envoys. Okay, well, people are just going to save that because throwing a storm grenade is stronger than shooting a Gallahorn rocket.
Right.
And, that's the number one reason why I rage during Gambit is I'll either invade or I'll get invaded and someone across the map, I can't even see their name on my screen, hits me with Xeno twice, and I guarantee if I saw their screen, the reticle's 6 feet off my body.
Really? All right. We got your pet peeve. Hazel, what would you think if you were playing? What is the main experience why you did not return to Gambit? What was that moment where you're like,
take way too long?
The matches?
The matches take way too long.
And now they put a damage gate up where it takes even longer.
Yeah. It's not worth the time invested.
Right. See, I actually love Gambit. I love the game mode.
Well, I'm not saying I don't love the game mode. I'm just saying that the matches take too long.
Right. For the investment of time. I got you.
Yep.
Okay. I played a lot of Gambit. In my days, and I was excited when it first came out. Everyone was, right? But the one thing I see a lot of newer players jumping into Gambit, they're on my team or whether I've just matched up with them, is they'll be going around trying to get those 15 motes because they have a bounty, or let's just say they want to send a big blocker over and they have 14. They're running around frantically to find something. An invader comes in, finds them immediately, one-shots them, they're dead. They lost all those motes for naught. And it feels like you're spinning your wheels. Why not just have it somehow even the skill level out, especially in the PvP concept of it, where you had more teams that had less experience play each other? I think that, oh God, don't get me started with the damage gates, but I think
they already have freelance.
I understand, but the main reason why I think most people don't return to Gambit is because of those moments they rage when they lose 14 of those motes and they only needed one more. When people work hard to do the job at hand, which is to grab motes and bank them, and they're one away for whatever reason they're trying to do it, and a fantastic PvP player comes in and wipes everybody.
It doesn't have to be fantastic.
Yeah, exactly. And because there's more heavy ammo, they tried to even it out in creating more heavy ammo for everyone. So I was trying to get to Technickal. I think they added more ammo because they wanted people to defend themselves. Because I've invaded a lot of times, and I have a rocket up my ass before I can find anybody.
Yep.
And that was Bungie's at least Band-Aid way of protecting players from getting smoked when a really good or halfway decent invader came through. And that's why I go back to skill-based or some kind of internal-based skill, Gambit and Crucible. Strikes, we can talk about another time, but definitely Gambit and Crucible, I think they just need to do it across the board. That way everyone's in their own pool. Everyone's having a good time. And I know it gets confusing and it gets complicated when you have groups of players that have different skills. Then it comes to lobby balancing, and that's another issue altogether. But I think that would make the Gambit experience a little bit better.
I don't know. I can't. I mean, they would have to be like 3 tiers, like introductory, intermediate, and then like, congratulations, you played 25 games of Gambit. You're in the next tier. Another
thing I've already mentioned about Gambit in the past, talking about new ideas, it's something I've already been mentioning and complaining to Bungie a long time ago, is why did they get rid of Prime? Prime was a lot of fun. I didn't like what I had to do to get that Prime armor. It was a pain in the ass, but I love that I had a job. My job is to kill enemies and leave the motes, because I have all the perks on my armor set to kill enemies faster and to have more health when I kill enemies. Or as an invader, I would have a little more shield, or I'm trying to remember what the perk was for that. You could see people easier, or I'm trying to remember exactly. But then you had the sentry, which is
invader, maybe.
Yeah, no, that was a sentry roll, that's what I love to play. I would watch the sentry, watch the motes. I would watch the blockers getting sent in, and immediately mark and let everyone know where that invader was. It just seemed like the game had more more roles, more definite roles. And I think these should drop as Gambit mods. You have Crucible mods? I think you should have Gambit mods.
You know why they did that, though, right? Why they did Gambit Prime?
For the hardcore players?
No.
Why?
They did that so people would know how to play Gambit. Because that's how Bungie imagined people would play Gambit.
Right.
So what they had to do was make a mode where people could play it the way that they intended. And then, come to find out, people played it, and I think a lot of people didn't like it, or whatever. I don't know. I kind of view Gambit Prime as that, like, time when you're like, you know, you meet someone and you're like, yeah, that was a weird time for me. Because Gambit Prime was just at that time when, like, there was like power creep, and it's like, do you remember that? Like, you had that bridge and they set it up that way so that people, like, the ads could knock you off of the bridge.
You're talking about the what you had to do to get the armor. I didn't like that either.
Oh, the Reckoning?
The Reckoning was a pain in the ass.
But that was all part of Gambit Prime, though.
It really had nothing to do with Gambit Prime. It really didn't. It was just
how you got the armor.
Yeah, it was just a bridge you had, no pun intended. It was a bridge you had to cross to get the armor. And another thing I did not like about Gambit Prime, I don't want people to know if I'm an invader. So why am I glowing red? You know, if I see a whole team of glowing red invaders, I'm like, okay, there's a bunch of killers. This is going to be fun. But why have that visible to everyone? I hated the fact that they made everybody glow their color of their role, especially if they had all the armor pieces on so they can get all the perks. Why not just have it as a perk in any armor?
But see, they wanted that so you could see what you're up against.
Yeah, I get that. But I think there's more strategy.
With, like, exotics, how you can't like transmog an exotic into something else, make it look like something else and hide it. Because Bungie wants the other people to know what you have.
I think it'd be more strategic, more of a chess game if people had to guess what your perk was.
But then you get murked, and then you're just like, okay, well screw this.
Then bring in the skill-based matchmaking.
Ugh.
I think there should be a game.
Bad idea after worse idea. I need to drink more to understand that.
Gambit Prime was the introduction of the health gate, though, right? Wasn't it? I mean, we had the Primeval Slayer pool.
They've changed it so many times I can't even keep track. They've changed the primary damage to the Primeval. They've made the Primeval easier to kill, harder to kill, and now they have these stupid damage gates, which is just Bungie. It's such a buzzkill putting these damage gates in this game, and the reason Gambit is really, really hurting right now. And only the people who know how to
jilted girlfriend.
No, it's only the people who play a ton of Gambit that know exactly how much to take off, and they know exactly. They played it so many times. They have so many reps that they know the sequence to perfectly time it. Where at the very end, that last damage gate is enough to finish out the Primeval. Whereas here I'm coming in here with a team who doesn't know any of that, and I'm even question myself sometimes. Where they'll do too much damage and create a damage gate too early. I don't know. I know there's a strategy to playing it now. The problem is I have no interest in learning it because I hate this damage gate system. They need to get rid of that. If the team is good enough to melt the boss, so be it. That's the game. That's like saying, okay, the other team in Crucible is not doing too well right now, so we're going to put a damage gate on everybody. So even if the enemy team is trying to murk the other team, that, you know, they're just immune for a certain timed amount until the score evens out. It's so stupid.
It's a catch-up mechanic.
It's so stupid, though.
But
if I get my ass kicked, I get my ass kicked. You know what? You know what's great too about getting your butt kicked?
That's the
game's
contradictory
over.
To the game is
but the game is but I'm playing teams of the same skill though. So if I'm getting my butt kicked and the team outmaneuvered us for that game, the game is over quicker too. Sometimes it was a relief when they just ran over us, but I think skill-based matchmaking or some kind of internal, they got the numbers, they got the figures, they know who's who in Gambit.
Ugh.
I swear it'll make a difference.
No way. You don't need to fight so hard for something you don't care about.
But I do care about Gambit. I do love playing the game. I just not the way it's set up.
Your idea.
And the rewards are great. I want the pulse rifle. That pulse rifle is fantastic. And you know how many times I've been trying to get a Gambit, what is it, trinket or the thing you put on your gun?
Memento.
I have yet to get a memento. I have yet to get one, and I want it on my weapons. It's such a cool memento to put on your weapons, but I can't get one to drop. It's so freaking.
I got one like in Witch Queen, and then that's the only one I've ever gotten because that's all I've played.
Yeah, no, you've showed me that damn pulse rifle a million times, and I'm still jealous you got that damn thing. But it's RNG. Yeah. Forget this crap. How about we get one? All I can tell you is I get one automatically when I play a GM. Why can't I get one automatically if I play 10 matches of Gambit?
You know what I want? My idea for Gambit?
Oh, I'm afraid to ask.
Is what?
No, go ahead.
I want a competitive Gambit mode where basically it's like kind of like representation. So it's like clan versus clan kind of thing. And I mean, it's basically just like a reputation kind of thing. Because I mean, I just think that it needs some sort of in-game sort of, I don't know. It needs a trials mode or a grandmaster or something like that.
Like two separate
tournament
playlists.
Style.
Two separate playlists, basically. Like with Crucible.
Well, I know that like some people in the Discord have mentioned like having it be an event. Like, Iron Banana.
Like maybe have Gambit all the time, but have a special, like, tournament Gambit. No? You're saying?
No. No, they're saying, like, have Gambit, like, where it's, like, it only comes back, like, twice a season or something like that.
Oh my God, then getting that stupid memento's even going to be harder. I mean, it's bad enough.
It'll be easier.
Freaking Iron Banners, 2 Iron Banners this whole season. It's been killing me, man. I know Night Demon feels the same way I do, Night Demon. I know we both are dying right now because we haven't got enough Iron Banner, and probably part of the reason why I haven't played a lot of Crucible. Probably has something to do with it. Because I love Iron Banner. I don't know if that would work, Hazel. I don't know if that would work, because right now I can go to play Gambit if I want to try to work on getting a better drop for that pulse rifle I want. I have yet to get one with,
So have you spent more time in Gambit or Crucible this season?
Equally, probably not much of either. I've put more time in GMs and strikes this season than in raid. I've done a lot of raids this season. Let's face it. Raiding is where I've been doing. I love the King's Fall raid. That's what I've been really doing. But let me throw this out. Since we're talking about these ritual playlists, what if we didn't have them anymore? What if Bungie came up with totally different ritual playlists? Totally different modes, totally different things.
They wouldn't.
I mean, what could they put out there other than Crucible, Gambit, and Strikes?
Nothing.
How about a gun?
Gambit? They could remove Gambit and make it a temporary thing, so it comes back. Yeah, like Iron Banana.
Like Iron Banner. Yeah.
So that way we're down to Crucible and Strikes and Vanguard Ops.
But what could we do other than that? I mean, could we come up with how about like a gun game? Just a fun gun game. Like a
PvP mode.
It is. Oh man, I'm thinking out loud here. Because my God, all those ritual playlists are all boring. I'm just trying to think out loud how we can do it, because this has been talked about so many times. I've expressed my opinions on Crucible and Gambit and Strikes. I think there should be a freelance solo strike where people can run in and challenge themselves and play Strikes by themselves. Right now, you can't do that for the most part.
There's
a few playlists, but they're pretty high level. What if they could just jump into a regular one? What if someone could just say, hey, I want to start grinding some Strikes out, but I don't want people stealing all my kills and running ahead and pulling me into the boss. I want to enjoy the whole strike at my pace.
That's when you do the legend. And
what's the level for
that? Whatever cap is, I think.
So another gatekeep. So I have to be at a certain gatekeep to be able to play.
Keep your pants on. I'm looking. Nightfall Legend is 1570. It's not even power. It's not even Pinnacle cap.
I don't know. I just think there should
listen
be,
to that.
I just think there should be just like in the Haunted Forest, you can immediately go to a, what they call it, a firewalled part of it. Yeah. I love that I can do that. And I may not get as far as if I was with a team, but hey, it's challenging myself how to do it. It's challenging myself to do it.
That's not it though. I mean, if you want to challenge yourself, do the legend. If you're looking for a solo strike playlist just because you don't want somebody to steal your kills, then that's a you thing. I mean, that's
why couldn't it be available on all the strikes? What's holding everybody back from having matchmaking versus not match made? Why couldn't they just put an extra button in there like they do with Gambit?
Because you want your bounties done quicker by you.
Really has nothing to do with bounties. I really enjoy running in and doing strikes by myself, but that's not really possible unless I want to play Legend, which has a ton of extra variables and stuff in it. I'd like to have more flexibility on what strikes I want to play. I want to play them all. If I want to play them all firewalled, why not? What's holding them back from doing that?
I think probably just because the demand is skewed for it.
I don't know. I just never have understood why they.
What do you think, Technical?
For the longest time, I've been saying Destiny needs like a horde mode.
Yes. There we go.
That's rewarding. It's, Prison of Elders is the best comparison, but obviously that's so scripted already. You kind of have to have some variability in it to keep it fresh. I think that would be sort of a alternate to strikes. Obviously that's a PvE style. And then for Crucible, I wrote down a bunch of notes about what I would change for them. And like Gator was saying, I think a gun game is like old school wager matches from Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Bring those in. Those are so much fun. And
still today.
It's so unserious.
How about an Infected game? I loved Infected.
Yeah.
We had so many laughs playing Infected with a bunch of buddies.
Custom Halo matches. There's basically nothing like it.
Wouldn't that kind of fix some of these problems? Having these other, I'm not saying I didn't put thought into this because I've been thinking about this for several days now. The problem is I don't know the answer. Other than we need to bring something different in. Other than Crucible, Gambit, and Strikes. A Horde mode, yes. I definitely like that. I'm a big zombies fan for Call of Duty. I would love to have it doesn't even have to be zombies. It can be aliens. I don't care. It's a good idea.
That's never going to happen in Destiny.
Why? Why not? It's not that hard to well, I'm not a developer, but
make a never-ending war set a public event and make it increasingly difficult.
I mean, I could see them doing a Horde mode, no problem.
They've already done one, really. You remember the Haunted Forest? Not Haunted Forest. The
Haunted Forest.
No, I'm not talking about the special event. I'm talking about that Osiris. No, the Osiris expansion. Remember there was a one of the last story missions on that DLC where you had to wait for several different waves of enemies to come at you. That was already the Horde mode. That's already there. They already built it. They just ended it at a certain point. But remember there were wave after wave. You kill everything and you'd be guarding that center area from anybody invading it. That was a lot of fun, man. I love that. That was a lot of fun. So it's already there, man. They've already kind of done it already. Why would it be that difficult to put in?
Yeah, but what I'm saying is just the Horde mode is, yes, that's a given. I mean, everybody and their mom agrees that Destiny 2 needs a Horde mode. But, I mean, in regard to a zombies mode and these not so serious modes, I don't see that happening. I mean, Bungie just has that mentality about them that they still want this sort of grounded in reality.
I don't know. We're just at that point in the season where we're just kind of blah. We're just kind of like, something's got to get better here. We can't, I think everyone's kind of fatigued on the same things every season.
See, I'm not fatigued. I mean, I've seen like countless YouTubers talking about this problem, quote unquote. And meanwhile, here I am like, I'm having so much fun raiding every week with Goop Troop and doing some other stuff out there and everything else. I'm like, this is just like, to me, this seems like a first world problem kind of thing.
Really?
Like streamers are the ones that are complaining about this because they play the game 8 hours a day.
I don't think so. I think streamers are just more visible. So everyone thinks it's always streamers. It's not always streamers.
Well, yeah, because they're the ones that are the most vocal and they're the ones that play the game the longest and they burn through the content and then they complain about burning through the content.
But what you don't see is how many people agree with them in chat that are on the same page.
That's because people are sheep and they just agree with
I don't think so, man. I don't think they are. I had my own views when I watched streamers. You're making that up.
I can hear it in your voice.
No, I don't know.
Did you hear that too, Technickal?
No, people do suck up.
I'm staying out of it.
People do suck up to streamers, especially if they're diehard followers and stuff. I used to sub to a lot of streamers, man. And you could get teamed up on sometimes if you went against the streamer's views. Especially if you had a lot of loyal followers there. Yeah, I've seen it too. You get run out.
It's silly.
It's happened to me before. I've been run out before. But I wasn't always a lamb and suck up. Sometimes I would just keep my opinion to myself, but
I appreciate you said wasn't always. Yeah.
Well, I mean, there are some streamers I loved. I mean, there were some Crucible streamers that I still love. They're just fantastic at what they do. And Ninja with Noel, still my favorite streamer to ever watch play Crucible. Have you ever watched him back in the day, Technical? Ninja with Noel, he works for Bungie now. He's a tester. I think he's a quality assurance tester, I think. Maybe it might be a consultant too, but man, I love watching him play. And what was great about him, he was so cerebral when he played. He would actually talk to people like very casually about how to play Crucible while he was slaying. It was that easy to him. It was just next level. But, anyway, I don't know, man. I'm just tired of this model. This seasonal model that they have, you have the 6-man activity. Yay. What is it this time? 6-man activity, go run through another area just with new artwork. Kill enemy, grab chest at the end. Next. I don't know.
See, I don't mind it.
It's just too repetitive.
I hear the complaints and things and I just brush them off basically. I'm just like, play like what you like and don't apologize. If you don't like it, then don't play it. Play something else.
Maybe it's just that Destiny may be losing its grip on its diehard players. Maybe it's just to the point now where I don't get it, man. I really don't.
I don't think that's it. I just think that it's a low point in the season.
Like it always gets to. We always have this.
It's a strategic thing, basically.
You think so?
And yeah, I think that they planned on this and they're like, they're going to release a banger of a season coming out and everybody and their mom is going to be like, oh.
I don't think any developer is going to want to let other people play someone else's game. I think they're going to want everyone to play their game all the time as much as they can. I don't think you got
to get real, man. That's definitely not the case.
I don't think that was their thinking.
Devs, come on now. Even people at Bungie, are playing God of War right now.
Sure, they're gamers like us.
DMG. Do what?
Yeah, they're gamers like us. That's why they love to do what they do.
Exactly.
But as a corporate mission, I don't think that's ever their mission is to make a light season so we can make sure everyone can play God of War. I don't think so.
But you have to think about it though, man. They have to, it's all about competing and they all know that, everybody is going to play God of War. Everyone's going to, they're going to lose people for God of War. They're going to lose people for Call of Duty. It's just a given.
I haven't played Call of Duty.
Okay, but Technical has.
I haven't played God of War either. Not yet. I'm tempted, but I haven't played it.
But there's many people in our Discord that are playing it. A lot of people, Gator, you're going to be amazed at this, but a lot of people are actually gaming promiscuous. They play mini games.
Never.
Yeah, what a concept,
never.
Right?
Don't hear you.
Exactly.
What my goals are when I log in every day, just about every day playing Destiny, is I think of my weapons I need to get kills on so I can get them fully crafted. That's definitely a carrot for me right now. Second is to get the patterns for weapons that I do want that I don't have yet. And I do whatever. I'm not a fan of that system, but I do what I have to do to get a pattern for the week. And number 3 is moving that bar on the gunsmith. Those are my 3 top priorities when I log into the game every day. And if I'm raiding with a group or if I'm doing a GM with a group, that's just a bonus. That's what's driving me to play the game right now. But there's a lot of people who are not in the same boat as me. And they're really struggling.
Because the things that you're talking about doing are, to me, I mean, I yawned and fell asleep while you were talking.
Dude, I played Battlefield. I would grab a new gun every week, and I would play the hell out of that gun until all the... Did you play Battlefield 4 or Battlefield 3, Technickal?
I never owned them. I played them on other friends' consoles.
Battlefield 4 and Battlefield 3 were fantastic games. The progression was so deep. You would get a gun and it would be bare bones. You'd have iron sights and no grip. Recoil was all over the place. The gun was shit. But as soon as you started playing, all of a sudden you'd get you get a pop-up in the window, like you just unlocked so many kills. So now you have a silencer. Now your recoil is going to be a little bit better. You're getting better and better at it. And as you're getting better and better at how the gun works, it's forcing you to learn how to use every gun in the game. And of course the guns are all real in real life. These are real guns. So my goal when I played Battlefield and what drove me to play so long, the games were fun. Yes. The games were like chess matches sometimes. And playing with friends, definitely a bonus. But really what drove me to play Battlefield day in and day out for so long was unlocking all those attachments. I have a video on my YouTube channel about the FLIR scope still and how it took so many kills to unlock it, but I could see I had night vision. I could see if someone threw smoke or someone was in a dark tunnel and I didn't see him, I could shine this thing and they'd light up like a Christmas tree.
See, but that's not Destiny though. So
it kind of is because it's the same principle. They have 61 guns that you can craft right now, currently. And they're going to bring more, of course. And my first goal is to find the guns that I want to try to use and get good at them. And what are they making you do to unlock the perks that you can craft into the gun? As okay, you can call it a weapon perk or you can call it a weapon attachment. It's the same thing. I'm reducing my recoil. It's either a grip in Call of Duty or it's a perk in Destiny. It's the same thing. The behavior of the gun is getting improved as you rank the gun up and as you learn how to use the gun. It's the same principle. It's just in a different clothing.
Okay, whatever. I've lost interest in the conversation. But, I mean, I understand what you're saying. I'm just saying that, okay, so those are the things that are driving you. The things that, I mean, that's not typical for the things that would believe
says you
drive everybody.
I think there's a lot of people who are in my boat that are trying to unlock and rank stuff up.
I think that there's a lot of people that are out there that are playing other games. And I think that sure enough, next season's going to come out and everybody's going to be back on board the Destiny train.
For a certain group, I agree. There are people who play the story. They play the seasonal story and they don't even stick around. They're off to play another game. They'll say, I'll see you next season when the next story comes out. That's all they care about. But
yeah. And that's the thing though, is that's perfectly acceptable. That's fine. They're not missing out on anything. What are they missing out on? Crafting some weapons, getting some materials that they're not going to use.
There's other players that make sure they unlock every triumph. There's other players that want to unlock every triumph so they can unlock the lore that is associated with it. There's a lot of players who want a bounty horde. There's a lot of players who want to get a ton of materials. They want to have 3 stacks of 999 enhancement cores. And then there's people like me who want to unlock all the weapons and craft them and rank them all up. So when it's time to use it, you got it. And it's loaded to the max. There's all kinds of players in this game. Just because you don't think that there's players in my boat doesn't mean that that's a fact or not.
Well, I'm not saying that you're like the only person who does that. I'm just simply saying that, I mean, I think that the number of players that play that way are small.
I don't think so. I think it's bigger than you think. And we don't know. There's no way for us to find out because only Bungie, God damn it. Only Bungie has that information. We don't have that information. The kind of player we are, only Bungie knows those behaviors. They track everything in this game.
Yeah.
Anyway, my God, man, the black holes tonight. Honestly, I really thought about this, and I really didn't have any good answers because this topic's come up several times before, and the Gambit I've already shared in the past, the Strikes I told you about the freelance versions, and Crucible, we've talked about that too with gun games and fun versions of the game. I really can't think any other way other than creating something totally different, other than these ritual playlists.
But they're not going to get away from the ritual playlist, though. That's the ultimate thing.
Never say never. Bungie has surprised me before, but I don't know. I kind of agree with you, but my hope is that there's still something more out there for the game. There's a next level.
What are they going to do with those assets?
I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't have all the answers. I'm just saying what I think.
You're just saying what everybody else is saying, and you're bored with the game and everything else.
No, I just told you. I have my reasons for logging in every day. I told you why.
But no, I'm saying that you're bored with the game because that's all you do.
Well, the ritual playlist, I think everyone can agree they're all tired. Would you agree, Technickal?
No.
Yeah, I think I said it earlier. I don't know the last time I ran a normal, Vanguard Ops strike.
Right. You said you had now wait a minute. You said you had another group too that you were talking about. Did you ever get around to that?
Well, I wrote some notes for like what I would do to the other, as a general change. I think the new players need their own playlist that's baseline, but then like just as a change to like for Crucible, I wrote down we need, like you said, we need more fun modes, like the old school wager matches, and I referenced
Griffball. Griffball. Remember Griffball?
Griffball's great.
Yeah.
I mean, if you go back to Halo 3, there's a game mode called Action Sack. It's basically a bunch of not serious playlists that you get picked randomly. So you could do like Rocket Racer or Fiesta, something stupid like that, where you don't care if you win or lose. You're just there having fun.
Right.
I think we desperately need that, especially in this era of skill-based matchmaking where I can't go into a Crucible game and try out a new loadout without tanking my KD.
I hear you, man. My KD suffered too.
I also put for Crucible, like game modes that either require weapon type loadouts. I think like Leviathan Raid, the hard mode used to have it where you had to have certain
I remember that
weapons in certain slots to enter.
That was fun.
Or game modes that don't allow certain weapons, like primary weapon only or something like that. Right. I don't know. Things like that could help. I
remember that, and then
just make it a little more fun.
In the hard Leviathan raids, you had to use every bit of ammo in order to get ammo in the next gun. That was fun. Yep. I like that.
Yeah.
That was a fun mode. It was a little jarring because you're not used to it, but once you get the hang of it, it was kind of it was different. Different way to raid. It made you get creative.
Yeah, definitely.
Anything else? I want to make sure you get your points in.
For Gambit, it's sort of I don't know if it would help or hurt, but I said, maybe you lose heavy on death. Sort of like Crucible. If you die with it, you lose it.
That makes sense.
It'll help it makes the risk versus reward a little more steep.
Yeah. Make the invasions a little more intense. Yep.
Yeah. Giant blocker needs to come back.
The big guy.
Yeah. 20 motes.
The big guy. Yeah.
That's the mote's got to stop. Yeah. The giant blocker was.
Wait a minute. What role in Prime could do that? Was it it was the banker, right? The white.
It was the collector.
The white one. Yeah. I missed that too. So I'm saying, bring it back.
That'd be fine with me. And then they got to make the motes stop falling through the floor.
Oh my God. I'm tired of teabagging the floor trying to get it.
It's crazy.
I don't know what's going on there.
Yeah. Hey, Technickal.
Yeah.
Here's a question for you. So this was an idea I had like way back in the day. So do you know how, what was it? Like when you invade and that kind of thing? Mm-hmm. Like what if in the invade process, you, instead of, like basically it's like some way that you can take away the other team's primeval stacks.
And like transfer them to your team, or like you just keep them for yourself?
No, you just take them away from the other team, basically.
Oh, so you just reduce theirs.
Yeah.
I think if they took the damage gate away, I would be okay with that. And then basically what they'd have to do is they'd have to spawn all the envoys that got stolen, essentially, or removed, so that they could regain them. They'd have to go back and kill them to get the stacks again. Well, but that could be interesting.
Yeah. I mean, that was an idea that I had from like way back that I would have liked to have seen.
That was like the old Invader set. Everyone ran in and dropped a bubble on the bank because it would close it.
It would close it.
Is it? I don't know what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
I saw that way too many times.
Those were good times.
I'm telling you, man, bring them back in a mod form. And don't tell people which mod you have. Let them figure it out. It's like when someone shoots you with an adrenaline perk on a gun. You don't know they have that until you go and inspect them. Oh, he's got the.
But you don't. I mean, who inspects people?
I do. If someone kills me, I inspect what gun they have. Maybe not during the game, but afterwards. Like when the scoreboard pops up, you should be able to inspect the players, what they have equipped. They don't have it now where you can do that. You have to sit there in the middle of the game while you're dead and inspect the player. You have to go to the scoreboard, hit triangle, inspect, and then look at their loadout and stuff. And you only have a certain amount of time you're going to respawn. It's clunky right now. But I don't know. I don't like the fact that you're saying to the world, I'm an invader. Shouldn't that be kind of part of the chess game? I think it would really improve Gambit. I really do. Anyway, I've beaten that horse. Anything else technical? Any other notes you had?
Yeah, for strikes, I just put I don't see a giant reason why they shouldn't bring back all the strikes. Right now, it's such a small pool with what is available. And,
yeah.
I mean, after all, we have a Gambit map on Titan, so.
Yeah, I never understood that.
It's,
bring back all the Gambit maps too while you're at it.
Yeah. The one on the, Tangled Shore, I used to love that one.
What do we have, 5 maps now? It's not many.
I don't even know if it's that many. It might be 3.
Oh god, that's terrible.
3 or 4. Titan, Mars.
Yeah. Another reason why Gambit's boring. No, I did want to make sure that Technickal got all his notes. Was there anything else you want to mention, Technickal?
The only thing else for strikes that I don't like it, but I'm sure there's a lot of people that do like it, is the, when you are doing pinnacle grinding, you gotta do the subclass matching.
Yes, I hate that too.
I just never understood why. I put in here the only thing I could think to change it, because I don't want to take the pinnacle away. But I said, put the strike scoring back in. It's in the game. They do it for Guardian games. Just put it back in and if you kill 90% of the enemies in a strike, you got the enough points.
All right, I got to ask you then, Technickal. Have you ever said, screw it, I'm going to wear whatever subclass I want, and I'll right before the boss dies, I'll switch it back to the right power or the right element, and you forget to do it?
Oh. It's almost a guarantee.
I know, I do it all the time. I'm like, that was for naught. It didn't count. What the hell?
Got to run 4 that week.
Oh my god.
Yeah. And then you just leave it on for the other.
Yeah.
So you're just like, I'm never again.
Yep.
Hazel, any last words?
No.
Yeah, I think we kind of got this thoroughly talked
through.
We figured out the game.
We beat that one pretty good.
Yeah,
we figured out the game.
That horse is bloody, man. It's just nasty.
Yeah.
All right.
My soul is beaten to death.
Let's have some fun, guys. Let's go answer some questions. And boy, oh boy, did our community follow through? Wow. Yeah. All right, guys.
When do they ever let us down?
They never do. I mean, Rodimus
does, but
well, come on, man. He's a mod now. Give him a little slack. He's trying to remove all the channels in the Discord. I applaud his effort. I do. I applaud his effort. Now he's got people in our Discord complaining to us. I'm like, okay, what favor did he promise you?
I think that they're actually just his alts. That's what I think it is.
Maybe. You know what? You can have an alt on, if you have one on the phone and one on your PC, you could have two alts at the same time in the Discord. I've seen it happen.
Yep.
All right. Thanks, guys. Good talk. And let's have some fun. Let's answer some questions. We'll be right back. Hey, Guardians. Would you like to send a question for the show to us? There are 4 ways to do it.
You can join our Discord server. There's a join link in our show notes. We have some great gamers in there, and you can just lurk and hang out, or jump right in and talk with us. There's also a channel labeled Podcast Questions where you can type in your question for the show.
You can also email us at guardiandowncast@gmail.com. Or we occasionally tweet about our upcoming show and guest, and you can respond there with your question. At Guardian_D_cast is our Twitter handle.
Finally, you can send us a voicemail with your questions at speakpipe.com/guardiandowncast, all one word, and we'll play it on the show.
Thanks for all you guys and gals do for our show. It really is great. And Toddles.
And later, Guardian.
Hey, man, that's my line. All right, this is the final, or one of the final segments of our show. This is where we get your questions. Yeah, you. You ask us questions, and we try to answer them. And we do it in the form of questions in our Discord under our podcast questions channel. That one stays, Rodimus. And also our speak pipes at speakpipe.com/Guardian Downcast. And I'm going to start with a speak pipe from Mr. Mo. We haven't talked to him in a while. What's up, Mo?
All right, guys. Just stepping in to say that it's been a while. It's been a while.
Oh, God.
So, I guess if anyone really cares, I have a little life update. Not really a life update. It's more like a goal update, you know. I finally know how to drive. Well, I knew how to before, but I'm finally qualified to drive on the road. So, hey. How'd your kids, how'd your wife? I might crash in your car. Not really.
Hades, get off the road right now.
Yeah, just
get off the road, Hades.
Please, you know.
He's in a motor.
It's been a long time coming. Like 2-3 years with all the COVID delays and stuff, and like getting disheartened and then getting back into it. So, yeah, I guess the speak pipe is for anything. It's just tell anyone if you've got a goal, just keep persisting and go for it. Eventually, you'll get it done. Hopefully. So, yeah, that's all I'd like to say. Hope you guys enjoy the show. Got a lot of Guardian Downcast to catch up on, so that's what I'll be doing now. Bye.
Yeah, I wanted to include that. Mo's giving me an update on that. So, thanks, Mo.
Nice. Congratulations, Mo.
Congrats, buddy.
Congrats. Yeah.
Hades.
Good song reference.
Yeah. No, not really. And Hades, be careful, man. You hope your mirrors work on your bike, man. Just keep an eye out for him. All right. I kid. All right, Hazel. Let's start with questions in the Discord, man. What do we got?
All right. Trying to make sure I hit the ones for tech first. So here we go. Okay. Hades for Technickal asks, do you play an EXO? Cause you should with that name.
Oh, yeah.
So I have one of each. My Titan's an EXO, my Warlock is Awoken, and my Hunter's Human. That's just how I set it up in D1, and I just transferred them over, so.
Yeah, same here. I like them all. Nice, okay. Thanks,
Okay.
Hades.
All right. A very average D2 player asks, question for Technickal. ToddtheGatr or Hazelnut? One can keep Destiny, the other has to delete it. And no, you can't say both.
Harsh.
You have to make the choice.
The hell?
Has anyone ever had a question like that before?
I don't know if they have. I think that's a first.
I'm getting put on the spot. All right, let's think.
It's like a chaotic question.
Remember,
He's like trying to start fights during the show.
remember who's gaming I can't say it, promiscuous.
Yeah. And who's not? That would force somebody to be gaming promiscuous.
No, I was using the other analogy there.
I I know Gator talks about other games. I know you've been playing some Elden Ring, stuff like that.
Yeah, I have.
I don't know, Hazel, that I've seen you talking about other games that you play. You probably have, and I just miss it. But
me.
Well, Cyberpunk. I've got Elden Ring also.
Don't let him backpedal. Don't let him backpedal. Speak your piece. I'm gonna go with Gator has to delete it because I think you've got other games that you enjoy. Why? Don't make me play Battlefield 2042, man. Come on, man.
It's gonna push you towards Call of Duty, right?
You might actually. If I had to delete Destiny,
that final push you needed.
God, come back to Call of Duty after years and years. Man, that's harsh. Damn.
That's hilarious.
That's all right, average D2 player. Payback's hell. But thanks for your question.
Is that what payback is?
Oh. I'll talk to him later. Okay, one more. Then we'll go to a speak pipe.
Okay, then. Here we go. Okay. Rodimus. Question for Technical. How would you run a podcast question channel if you were in charge?
Here we go.
Wow.
Good thing I'm not in charge because I don't know. Let's think.
Good answer.
If I had to run a podcast
question channel.
Shit.
There it is.
Now you live in welcome to our world, okay?
I know for at work, I created a virtual suggestion box for some of the technicians I work with, and there's a Microsoft. It's called Microsoft Forms, maybe.
Yeah. Okay.
It basically is a survey you can send out, and you can have unlimited, input to it. And I think you can delete entries either after a certain amount of time or just delete them on your own. So I'd say that's probably the best answer I can give.
Well, that's a good answer. We've been talking about maybe a doc, some kind of doc. I gotta give Rodimus credit. He's trying to work around. He's trying to figure out how we could be more efficient with our questions. Cause we're still using the same method we used back in 2019, right, Hazel? Except we can't pen stuff anymore.
Yeah, we haven't been able to pen anything for months.
I tried to pen something one time and I got my wrist slapped. So, yeah.
Yeah, because you're penning shit out of order.
He's got a system, so I don't mess with it anymore. Technical, so. All right. Thanks, Rodimus, I think. Let's go with a speak pipe. Dude.
This is minor. Question for you guys. Kind of rolling off of last month's question of the month. Doesn't matter what kind of gamer you consider yourself. What's one game that you never played that if you were to tell other gamers, they would give you the, oh my God, are you kidding me? You've never played that? How have you never played that kind of response?
Oh no.
Let us know. Later, guys.
This is not good.
Oh no.
I gotta think about that.
Yeah, me too. Let me think on that.
No. I know mine already.
I already know mine too.
I know mine, and the shame is palpable right now.
How shall I count the ways?
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll go first while Technical's thinking.
Okay.
Wind Waker. Legend of Zelda. Apparently it's supposed to be the best Legend of Zelda game ever. And I've never played it. And I love Legend of Zelda stuff.
Shit, I thought I had an answer, but
I never played Wind Waker either, but I don't know that the Nintendo community is not running around with burning torches and pitchforks, so I don't know that you'd get a ton of backlash for that. But
because they're all 10.
I wasn't gonna say it.
Okay.
Ouch! That was.
I'll edit that out. Don't worry about it. Oh shit! My turn. I own a game. I've had it quite a while. I got it on sale, and I've never played it. I've never played the Witcher games. I know.
I haven't either.
Nips is rolling around right now, punching something. Or he's probably saying,
he just looked at the
what's that meme?
His headphones and just shook his head. Like,
what's that meme? You look to the floor and just shake your head. Wow. Yeah. I've got Witcher 3 on my PC, but I have yet to play it. It looks fun. The title screen was really nice. Easy. Anyway. Okay. Thanks, Miner.
Wow.
Appreciate the question. All right. Let's roll on back to the Discord, Hazel.
Okay. Fucking Rodimus. Here we go. Okay.
What is Rodimus
Here we
doing?
go. Okay. Monkey, King of the Bullies, for Technickal. How can Hazel improve at PvP enough to finally beat Cloud in scrims?
I saw that one and had to laugh. The one thing that you have to remember when you're going up against Cloud is it's a mind game. She's gonna talk shit. She's gonna try to get you down. You gotta reinforce your skull. Don't let that get to you.
Monkey's been training her well, man.
It's like 90% mind games with her and that glaive. God, that glaive. She's gotten me quite a few times with it.
Damn Monkey. I swear.
Yep.
It's like a disease.
Glaives or Monkey in general?
No, glaives. Only Monkey uses a glaive in the Crucible, at least as far as I know. But now he's got Princess using it.
Yeah, she's been using it.
Wow. Yeah.
She's halfway decent too.
Well, I'm playing Iron Banner with her on Tuesday. She signed up, so we'll see. I'll see that skill. Calling you out, Princess. I'm sorry, Priceless. I want to see it. I want to see the kill numbers.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Technickal answered that pretty well, yeah.
Yeah, I feel perfectly fine. Brittany asks, which is your favorite Discord channel, Technickal?
Oh man. I gotta go with the Patreon members channel.
That channel is crazy.
Anyone who's not in there is really missing out. I'll send one of you guys my invoice after the show.
I'll Venmo you later, man.
All right, cool.
Yeah. And Gator will have to pay you anyway for the feet pics you send.
No, I use Zelle for that. It's a private account.
Ah.
I mean, what are you talking about? What are you talking about, man? And for the record, it's women's feet, okay? Hawkslayer. Damn soapy foot pics he keeps sending me. Those damn...
That's hot.
Every time he takes a shower, he's got a... Never mind, go ahead.
Rodimus asks, for Technickal, who's your favorite member of the Discord?
Oh, dude, what are these questions? Jesus. First, I gotta take Destiny away from one of you guys.
Where's the timeout button?
Jesus.
How do I use that again, Hazel?
You basically will click on his name, hold it, and then if you scroll up, it'll say timeout down there.
Interesting. I'm sorry, go ahead, Technickal.
Okay. Favorite person from the community, from the Discord. I don't even know how to answer that. I do appreciate that Rodimus is sort of the harbinger of chaos. It's either chaos or order. I don't know, because he once lists channels, but he is quite chaotic. So yeah, he's kind of playing both sides of that fence.
60 seconds? I can do it, right? Is he in the middle of a game?
Oh, is he in a chat?
Is he in a chat?
I don't see him anymore.
That'd be even better.
Dude, it's done.
Funny.
It's done. All right, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I'm going to add him just so we can look at it.
I'll add him to the...
Yeah, I don't know. Favorite person from the Discord.
All right, that's fine.
Okay. We'll give you a pass.
We'll give you a credit on that one.
Okay, so it looks like there's one more question here. I'm going to assume it's for you. So it is from Native Raider. Question QFST. Might be question for the show, but I don't know. But what is the best class in the game, and why is it Titan?
It may be Titan. It's Titan this season. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, it is. Damn, did I say that out loud?
Titan this season got like the luxury treatment from Bungie. They got put up in the penthouse and all that good stuff. Throwing lightning or storm grenades from.
Yeah.
It's
the Warlock's turn next season.
I hope so. I primarily will play. I play all three. For like day one raids and stuff, I'll jump on Warlock because it's usually the most versatile. It just comes and goes with the seasons. Like with Void, I would say Warlock probably had it. With Solar, it was sort of a toss-up between Warlock and Hunter for me. And then this season, definitely Titan.
Oh, man. Solar was Titan, like all the way.
You didn't play Solar Warlock.
I didn't. Yeah, God. Fusion grenades.
Shoot fire from my fingers and just melt everything.
The Hammer Man?
Yeah, Hammer's nice.
Oh, you're talking like a Syntheseps bonk build or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty busted.
Nice. Okay. Yeah, it was like he lost his puppy last week. He should have heard it, man. He was so... I've never seen someone so distraught over a TWAB. Okay.
Yeah. Season of the Warlock. That's what I'm calling it.
Mm-hmm. All right, I got one here from Moose. We'll see what's up with him.
Howdy, y'all. It's your favorite cold weather cowboy, Moose here, back with another question for you. So, this is inspired recently by some conversation I saw happening in the Discord. If you could have one replica weapon from Destiny, what would it be and why? Personally, I would go with either the Ace of Spades, Last Word, or the Perfect Paradox shotgun as a replica for my own room. Have a good one. Deuces.
Good question. What do you think, Technical? Replica weapon.
I actually have so there's a convention in DC this summer. It's called Awesome Con. And me and my fiance went, and they had replica foam. It was foam replicas, so it's sort of cheap, but they look realistic. We got a replica Ace of Spades. So it definitely is cool. I'm waiting for my Nerf Gallahorn, because that's going to get mounted up somewhere.
Nice. I like it. What now? Are all the replicas made out of foam, or do they actually use metal? And do they actually use metal in any of them?
I've seen some of them are like a 3D, probably plastic.
Okay, so hard plastic.
Yeah, the one we got was foam, and I mean it's definitely sturdy foam. It's not like lightweight or anything. It's pretty heavy, but yeah, it looks just like it. It's huge, but
all right. What's your replica weapon, Hazel? Can I just say, is there any question what mine is?
Telesto.
Yes, sir. And no, Telesto didn't make me say that.
It's gonna be like Scooby-Doo. It's gonna have eyes looking through it.
I don't know what mine would be.
That's a great callback, Scooby-Doo.
Gator's like, I know that reference.
I do. I do.
I think I'd have to go with the Sleeper.
Oh, that's good.
That's a good one.
That is good. That's a beautiful weapon. Got like solar panels on the side. It's crazy.
Yeah.
All right. Good answer. We have anything left in the Discord? No? Okay. I'm just kidding. I'm trying to irritate somebody right now. I want
just twitched. Like,
I'm going to say, I want Rodimus to punch something right now. Go ahead,
Keep it up. I'll punch you.
That's all right. He's too far away.
He's like, I'm going to go to Florida just for that.
Oh, man.
Okay. Okay. So, question from Jaybird, aka Noel Giggle Magic. Question for the show. Which will cause Rodimus to lose it first? A Christmas channel or a third GDC clan?
Well, we already have a third GDC clan.
I was going to say, I think the third clan's already there.
It's already been made.
Oh, so I just need to add a Christmas channel.
You know what? I think for all these idiotic questions, I think I'm going to put a Christmas channel in. What do you think, Hazel? Think it's time? It's close enough. Come on, man. Oh my God, that would be great. Tomorrow morning he wakes up, rubbing the sleep out of his eyes, and he says, well, wait a minute. What the hell is that? What is that?
Yeah. That's a good idea. I think we should.
Okay. Oh, we both have the power to make a channel, so.
That's true.
Yeah. We'll have to decide on what to name it, though. You're always good at naming channels, by the way. Very creative.
Thank you.
That's your compliment for the year.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Yep. That and you playing GMs. There we go.
There it is. Perfect week. All right. What else we got? That's
Question
not
from the
Rodimus.
Scarlet KM, a.k.a. Tinker Sprinklefingers. Is Die Hard a Christmas movie?
Oh, boy.
I gotta know where these names are coming from, but
It's
to
an
answer
elf.
the question,
It's an
yes.
elf name generator.
Ah, gotcha.
You enter your real first and last name, and it generates based on that, I guess, it generates a name.
Yep.
Interesting.
I'm on the camp that Die Hard is not a Christmas movie. It's an action movie. Thank you.
Technical?
I think it's a Christmas movie. I think it's an action Christmas movie. That's like the
Exactly.
new one coming out with David Harbour.
Yeah.
He's like gonna be a badass Santa. He's gonna beat the shit out of people. That's totally a Christmas movie.
Now, if there's a Santa in the movie, okay, but there was no Santa in this movie.
Yeah, there was.
No, there
There's
wasn't.
holiday shopping and stuff, right?
All right, at the beginning. Oh, jeez. Maybe. I mean, that's almost contextual. That's not even really has nothing to do with the movie. No.
He says ho ho ho.
No, I'm not in the camp. It's an action movie.
Nope. It's a Christmas movie. Damn. It's a Christmas movie with action.
All right.
There you go.
That rap song, really? That was a Christmas song? That was a Christmas song? The rap song in the limo?
Sure.
All right. Okay. I'm done. Go ahead. What else we got?
Okay. Oda asks, question, if a woodchuck could chuck wood, how many woods would be deforested?
Many. I don't know.
I'm going to go with Technical's answer on that one.
Yep, same. Oh, hazelnut. I have to ask this so it didn't get deleted. I had to add a question mark to it. Can I just say that I love you all, I love that you all come out with questions. Can I say that?
Yeah, you did. You just did.
Yeah.
Awesome. Great. Look at that. Rodimus, suck it.
Oh, wait, was he trying to boot your question? Said it wasn't a question?
Yeah, so I had to go in and add a question mark.
Oh, that sounds like Rodimus. Let me time him out another 60 seconds. I can do it. No, that'd be abuse of power. Never mind. I wouldn't want to do that.
I'll allow it. No, I'm just kidding.
All right. I got a speak pipe. Let's do a speak pipe. Let's go with Nitro TJ.
Hey guys, Nitro TJ here. And I swear one of these days, I'm going to be able to record something without having to restart it. But, in the spirit of Halloween, do you guys believe in the supernatural? And I'm not talking just ghosts, because everybody knows ghosts are real. Do you guys believe in the supernatural as in monsters? Like, maybe not vampires, so to speak, but like a werewolf or a wendigo or a wraith. Sorry, not a wraith, a wraith. But, yeah, And why? If you do believe, why? And if you don't believe, why? I'm curious. I'll see you guys next week.
Thanks, Nitro TJ. Sorry it's a little late.
That's a new question. Wow.
That is a new question. It's a week late, but still new. Supernatural. What do you think? Monsters.
I'm gonna go with no. Well, there's so much technology in the world. Everyone's got a phone that can record. Everyone's got a Ring cam on their front door at this point. If there's something out there, we would have already seen it and had concrete evidence. It's the same thing with aliens. If they were out there and they visited, so to say, we would have seen it. Now, the alien stuff, that one is a different topic, but monsters, I don't think so.
What do you think, Hazel?
I think sure. I mean, I just think there's like so much stuff out there, and I mean, we can't know it all. So, and besides, I mean, what else is the possible explanation for Florida?
Point.
Okay. I'm going to have to take Technickal side here because now comes to UFOs and extraterrestrial, I'm in the same camp as Technickal. I have a different answer for that, but monsters, I mean, since the 70s, they're still trying to look for Bigfoot, I think. I mean, I remember I was fascinated with the Loch Ness Monster and Bigfoot when I was a kid, and I still haven't seen evidence of Bigfoot or the Loch Ness Monster yet. So I'm going to say no. Now, if I'm not here tomorrow, Hazel, we'll know why. Because I'll be attacked by... No, I'll be attacked by a werewolf or something. I don't know. I'll have to go to sleep with an eye open. Okay. I'm looking at the clock here. What do we got in questions still?
Well, I was going to say, I'm like, we can call it if you want.
Let's finish with the question in the Discord. Pick one good one and we'll call it.
All right. I've got a good one then. Question from Golden God. What is your dream job?
Dream job. That's a good question. I would probably have to say like QA for a video game company. You know, try to break stuff and get to play games at the same time. It's sort of a mix of the two things I love.
I mean, I'm kind of living the dream right now. I've always wanted to be self-employed. Check. I love nature and the natural world and stuff. And even though I'm in the extermination business, doesn't mean I'm going out and killing everything in the world. I'm protecting property that is man-made and not natural, but at the same time protecting the natural world by doing it responsibly. So I love my job, and I'll put in some days and not even realize how much time I've worked and not feel I really actually worked. So I'm very thankful. I love what I'm doing right now. Hazel?
Mine would probably be a trainer job. Like training people on how to do things and walking them through everything and that kind of thing.
I can see that. You're good at that. I mean, that's why you Sherpa so well in raids. That's 2. Merry Christmas.
Gotta say,
I'm using them early.
You're overflowing into 2023 right now.
I'm using them early. Damn. What way? Slap myself. What the hell's going on with me tonight? I got too much wine.
His heart grew 3 sizes.
I think I had too much wine tonight at dinner. Okay. Well, hey, everyone. Thanks for your questions. Really good questions. You guys always come through. And if we didn't get to your question, we'll do better next time. Elmer Fudd, take it away, sir.
Guardian Downcast. Guardian Downcast. Yeah. Guardian Downcast. This is an intro. Guardian Downcast. Guardian. Not copyright. Guardian Downcast.
Thank you, Mr. Fudd. This is the final segment of our show, This is where we pick our song for our award-winning Guardian Downcast show playlist. It's just a little sample of what the two of us and Technickal here like to listen to. And we invite you to listen to it as well. Just search for Guardian Downcast show playlist on Spotify and now on Apple Music. I'll post the links in our show description if you want to click and follow along and see what we've been picking. We now have 1,064 songs representing all of us and all of our past guests along the way, ever since we started the show in July of 2019. So with that in mind, Technickal, what'd you pick for tonight, man, and why?
So I picked the song After Dark by Mr. Kitty. It's a synthwave sort of song. I found it not too long ago, and I basically have had it in my rotation of music ever since. It's really just sort of a relaxing, low-key song that helps me focus when I'm either at work or playing games. So that's why I like that song.
Yeah, you had me at synthwave. I listened to the whole album. It was fantastic.
Yeah.
In 2014. It was a great song, too. Good ad, man. It kind of reminded me of Ghost a little bit, because they're kind of like a little based around religion and non-religion, if you know what I mean. So yeah. I kind of digged it. I like that. I like their songs. Really cool songs. Thanks, man.
Yeah. Yep.
Hazel, what'd you pick this week, man?
Okay. I added Until I Found You by Steven Sanchez. Now, for anybody who doesn't know, this sounds like it was plucked from like the 1950s. It sounds dated and everything, but it's just something about it. It just strikes a chord with me, and it puts a smile on my face, and it just sounds like one of the crooners, for you, Gator.
Oh boy. Okay. It's Chris Isaac? Like music? You said crooners.
No.
No? Okay.
No, like...
Further back?
Yeah.
Oh, man. All right, cool. I'll listen to it. All right, good deal. All right, I chose a band tonight. They've had 3 names. They're an alternative metal band. They began in 79, so yeah, they're old, like me. Their first band name was called The Edge. Then they renamed their band to Sneak Preview before finally settling on their final name, which is from 1985 and on today. It's a Springfield, Missouri band, and it's one of the only bands that has all of its members intact for over 3 decades now. It's a pretty amazing feat, actually. They have an underground reputation of being the musician's musician, and they were very instrumental in the early development of progressive metal. And, I like my prog. So I chose the song today. It's from their 1990 album, Faith, Hope, Love. It's called It's Love, and the current band's name is King's X. Good song. All right. We have some announcements before we go. Hazel, anything you have on your end for this week?
I'm going to be posting a scrim for the weekend, probably in about 2 weeks. It'll be on a Saturday, I believe.
Good. I'll make this one.
You better.
I had bowling. I had no choice. And
then, let me see here. I'll also be setting up a raid. Probably, maybe on a Sunday, possibly. I don't know.
We're due for a clan raid, man. Or a community raid, even.
What are you talking about? We've been doing that.
Well, with the Patreon community, but I want to do one with the community.
They're in the clan, too.
Well, that's true. That's true. Yeah, okay.
But, no, I understand completely. Yeah.
All right, cool. Anything else?
Not that I know of.
Okay. We have our question of the month for November, and it is by Moose, captain of Laser Blazers. He says, I have a suggestion for the next question of the month. If you had a piece of armor or weapon themed around you or your guardian, what would the flavor text be? I'm curious to see what people say here. We need all of your answers by Wednesday, November 30th. And on episode 176, Hazel and I will play the answers from the Speak Pipes and include the answers from our Discord as well. You can send us a voicemail, like I said, speakpipe.com/Guardian Downcast, or enter your answers in our question of the month channel in our Discord. It reminds me, I need to update that question. I'll have links to our Discord and SpeakPipe in our show description right down there in your show notes. And just know that we'll be having another drawing for a $25 Amazon gift card. Golden God was our winner last month. It's already been delivered. But the SpeakPipe answers will be entered into 2 additional drawings for podcast merch, which you can get by our store on designedbyhumans.com and search for Guardian Downcast. Or like I said, we have the link in our show notes. A shout out to our Patreon community. Special Patreon shout out to our Dungeon Champion patrons, Scoot, the Scarlet KM, Oh Hey Redneck, the Crimson Chin, some dude named Technickal, Sauced Waffle, an average Destiny 2 player, and of course our OG raid bosses. We can't forget Jealous and Frostbite. Thanks for giving back and helping out our community. Thank you, guys. A shout out.
Thank you. Thank you all.
Thank you. And our shout out to all our Patreon members. You know who you are out there. Giving back has been fantastic. And it makes a lot of our little contests and stuff happen in our community. And just know if you do want to join our Patreon community, you can go to patreon.com/support Guardian Downcast. There's a bunch of tiers. You can look at those. There's a special channel, as Technickal has mentioned. There's a lot of shenanigans going on in there. No feet pics, please. Thank you. Remember for our patrons also that you have a private RSS feed link. You can get it on the podcast app or on the your Patreon app, or you can get it on the page itself, where the special Patreon episodes that we put out. We try to put out 2 a month. In fact, this weekend will be our first for November. And it'll should automatically go to your podcast app of choice if you have that RSS link. You can't share the link, but you can use it for yourself. Keep that in mind. Hazel and I also have another podcast that's not Destiny related. It's called Playing Favorites. And like Hazel would say in our podcast, if you have a favorite, I bet there's a story behind it. Plus, Hazel and I, it also gives us an excuse to talk about a couple of our favorite stories of the month. Like I said, not Destiny related. And we get in some pretty good conversations, I'd say. Pretty good show. I like it. I want to remind everyone that I have a new Destiny podcast out that is an audio component for my YouTube channel, which, like I said, I just hit 1,000 subscribers. Thank you very much, everyone. It's called Destiny Help Desk Podcast, and it's designed to be, like I said, an audio form of the tips and tricks for new and returning players. And if you don't have time to watch YouTube videos, no worries. You can now listen to it in a podcast format. There's short form shows, quick hitting info for those of you who are just looking, knowing a little bit more about the things in Destiny 2 that maybe you might not know. It's available on Apple Music, Spotify, all the extra places where you listen to this podcast. And if you have a question, a beginner question, you can email me at ToddtheGatr@gmail.com. And also we have a SpeakPipe there as well. And it's speakpipe.com/Destiny Help Desk. That's a wrap, guys. Another episode in our collection. For our listeners out there, we have 172 other episodes with interviews from gamers all over our community. So if you're just finding out about us, take a look at those. And if you like what you hear, tell a friend. The links are in our show description, or just hit that share button on whatever app you're using. Technickal, great time tonight, man.
Yeah, this was fun.
You had Hazel and I going in loops again. Congratulations.
I don't even know if you need me to make that happen, but I'm glad I could help.
You're probably right. You're probably not wrong. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I had a good time, man. Thanks for coming on the show tonight.
Yeah. Thanks for having me.
If people want to look you up, where can they find you, man?
The best place is just to message me on Discord. I try to stick off of social media. I know that stuff's rotting everyone's brains, but, yeah, if you need or want to talk to me, just hit me up in Discord. I am pretty responsive.
Yeah, and you've also mentioned that you were wanting to try to do more Sherpa and stuff in the Discord as well. So, yeah, if you're looking for some help, guys, here's your man. Look him up. Before we go, Hazel, where can people find you, man?
Quick and easy. Hazel NT, anywhere and everywhere.
You can contact me on Twitter at ToddtheGatr. Remember, that's 2 Ds, GATR. And, of course, my YouTube channel, spelled the very same way. Or you can go to youtube.com/@ToddtheGatr. And, like I said, look out for my beginner videos, helping all the new players out there that are trying to enter this game and figure out what the hell is going on. Well, before we leave tonight, Uncle Scumdeath has blessed us again with a Scumdeath's Corner. So, Uncle Scumdeath, what is going on in the UK today, brother?
Hello, and welcome to Scumdeath's Corner. This is quite a good one. Every morning, when my missus wakes up, she always has her nose out of the window. She pulls the curtain away and just looks out the window. And I said to her, stop showing your tits to the street, to all the neighbours. She's like, shut up, I'm not. I'm only having a look. I'm all covered up. I'm only poking my head out the window. Yeah, fair enough. And this is a bit of a running joke for me and her every morning now. Oh, yeah, showing your boobs to the street, are you? Oh, shut up. So, this morning, she got out of bed. I was sort of just dozing in bed, and she's got up. She's looked out the window, and I went, oh no. Like, what's wrong? She's like, well, I looked out the window, I looked behind the curtain, and saw the neighbour getting into his car. He looked up, and she didn't realise her boob had flopped out of her night dress. So she actually flashed the fucking neighbour this time. He must have a right eyeful before he jumped in his taxi and went to work. I told her, one day you'll get done, like you'll get caught. But, yeah, now I'm only just looking out the window. No, you're not. You're flashing your tits out the window. There you go. Busted. I don't know. Voyeur. Anyway, I thought that was quite a good one. Anyway, take it easy. Love you all. Stay safe. Woo.
Just 1 week. 1 week is all I need. I want to live vicariously through Uncle Scumdeath. I would just want to follow him around because we both like gardening and taking care of stuff outside. It'd be the most awesome week, man. I like to just shadow him through the week, just where I wasn't there. I'm like the ghost of Christmas past or something, and I could just see how he lives his life because seems like he's got an interesting life. Anyway,
just have your wife look out the window in the morning.
We're not that high up. I don't think my neighbors would even see it. We have oak trees and stuff everywhere. Yeah, I don't think that would happen. Anyway, thanks, Uncle Scumdeath. It's good to hear you're doing well, brother. And tell your mom to be careful, man. Be careful out there. Anyway, hey everyone. As you're playing Witch Queen and Destiny 2 and Call of Duty, remember to take breaks. Get outside and touch some grass, right? Continue to be safe, everyone, and more importantly, hey, take care of one another.
Defeat is not surrender, Guardian.
Thank you all so very much for listening. And later, Guardian.
It toddled.
Yeah.
Excellent. He knew to do it. Sweet. Good show.
I've listened to enough.
Yeah, I was going to say. Well, that's a test. That's a test because we'll be very quiet. We'll see if anyone says anything. Yeah, good deal, man. That's a great show.
You'd be surprised how many times people are like super quiet, and Gator's like, "Say something."
Yeah. Come on, say something. I'll stitch it in later. Just say something. Oh, okay. Bye, everyone. Okay. Oh my God. Yeah, I'm gonna go watch Peripheral. The latest episode's out. I'm gonna do it before I go to bed.
I need to go back to that. I haven't.
Oh, did you know The Crown's out too? It's really good.
I don't care about that.
What? Technical, you watched The Crown, right?
I don't even know what that is.
Oh my God. I'm looking away. Oh my God. It's just the best.
We're not middle-aged divorcees.
Whatever, man. It won frickin' Grammys. Or no, it didn't. It won
Grammys?
No, it won, from one of those shows you'd tell nobody watches. It won Emmys, man.
Apparently. Yeah, the Grammys.
It won tons of Emmys.
They're branching out and giving out music, movie and TV show awards.
Now, what's that other show that the stuffy people, the old people watch? Downton Abbey?
Yeah.
My parents watch that. I have no interest in that show at all. Yeah, but I'm telling you, The Crown is really good. It's really good. Anyway, I'm going to watch Peripheral. Maybe The Crown. Hazel. That TWAB was short, man. Shorter than I expected.
It's like a speed run.
Yeah, that's what she said.
Oh.
That's what Gator's wife said. Yeah, there we go.
All right, there we go.